We gotta keep that same energy. We gotta keep that same energy, man. And look, let me break it down honestly and objectively as possible. We got a lot to talk about. And one of the things I want to say first off, I like to thank my personal Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. Without him, I am nothing. Let me drop the link in case anybody want to get on with me. And then there's a comment in here, man, that I seen that really threw me off, man. That really threw me off. My brother said something really weird, man. Said something really weird. Let me drop the link for everybody. The link has been dropped in the chat. Let me drop it again. Let me drop it like Hit Kid Mama drops everything. Let me drop it for you real quick, man. Pause. Pause. Salute to my brother Anti Adrian. Salute to you, my brother. Much love and respect, my brother. Respect to you, my brother. Anybody that wants to get on, feel free to get on with the landlord, man. I just want to address this one thing from Miguel T, which is really weird, man. Miguel T says, Nuke, you caught a body bag. I feel like Canelo did enough to beat Bud, man. He was attacking that body and kept the pressure the entire night. The challenger didn't do much to take the belts from the champion. I respect you tremendously, Miguel, man. I just have to disagree with that. I just don't see how Canelo won the fight. I just don't see it. I mean, maybe somebody else saw it. Let's find out, man. What's good with you, my brother? How are you doing?
I'm blessed, not stressed, baby.
That's it. That's it, man. I'm loving your shirt, man. I'm loving the shirt.
Thank you, bro. We still represent no matter what. You feel me? You can't be in the paddy wagon. You know what I mean? You can't be a fan of Canelo and then jump off once he get once he take the L. You know what I mean?
I mean, and look, here's
I
the
was
thing. A lot of guys take L's, no shame in that. Let me ask you this: what do you think about what Miguel is saying? Is saying that he felt like Canelo did enough to beat Bud. He was
no.
attacking the body, kept the pressure the entire night, and he said Bud didn't do enough to take the belts from the champion. Do you agree with this, or
I don't. I ain't gonna lie. I'm a fan, bro, and I was literally there. Uh, he did what he had to do. He won. He won. To me, in my eyes, bro, he won. Canelo wasn't putting too much pressure, man. He was putting that pressure, but then he was missing a lot, and he was getting countered, and he was he was just losing it. But a few rounds, I just don't agree. The first round, nothing was happening. Nello was doing the pressure, hitting, and they was still give it a Bud. You know what I mean? Bud was taking
yeah?
all the rounds. I think Bud came up really good after 8, 9, 10, 11 rounds. He started putting pressure on Nello. The 11 and 12 round was bad for Canelo. I ain't gonna lie. That makes it look exciting. So they say, oh, let's throw it towards Bud Crawford. And I just think it's gonna be a rematch, and then Canelo takes it back, and it's all about the Benjamins. You know what I mean? I was there. It was a lot of people. It was crowded. The whole fans were. I mean, the whole stadium was Canelo fans. You know, it was just when he lost, it was just quiet. It was just quiet, and
And but I mean, but that's part of the great thing in boxing. I mean, do you think that Canelo Alvarez his energy, his embarrassment from losing the fight, it's not shame because anybody
no,
can lose, but it is
mhm,
embarrassing to lose, have your
it is.
your, your belts taken. It is a little embarrassing. Do you think that's going to motivate him to say, "Look, I want this rematch. I'll need my get back. Let me run it back." Do you think that's going to motivate him to do that or no?
Most definitely, yeah. That big L, it got him good, bro. He never thought he was gonna get a box. He thought it was an easy fight. He didn't think it was an easy fight. He's always saying, "But Crawford, it is a good boxer, counter boxer, southpaw, and whatever." But I think Canelo always comes strong on the L. He's gonna try to knock him out if they happen to fight the second fight. You know what I mean? So I think Canelo comes strong. I don't think he'll take an L back to back. I think it'll be a KO in the next one, man. That's what I'm hoping for.
You think
I'm hoping.
Canelo
I
might
think
stop
so.
Bud and the next one come out
I
with a
think so.
different
He's come
style?
more pressure, more pressure. You know what? It's two boxers already fought. They know each other for 12 rounds. So I think Canelo felt shy a little bit. He was shy. Yeah. I thought Canelo didn't want to do enough to take it because he could have hit the sixth gear. You know what I mean? He never did. He never shifted. I didn't see Canelo like I'm used to seeing him fighting like we've all fighting at 175. He put more pressure on it, man. You know what I mean? I don't know. Maybe he's getting old. I don't know, bro. Canelo, maybe not the same.
But I will say And
Damn.
I think Canelo will use this as motivation to
Oh
take the
yeah.
rematch. And I think because Canelo Alvarez has shown over his career, he's such an excellent fighter, he definitely has a chance
He
to
is.
win the rematch.
He's just a complete boxer, and that's what I was when I was there. I was like, damn, bro, do something else. And I was like, why he ain't doing nothing else? I was a little disappointed. I ain't gonna lie, bro. I was a little disappointed. I
It,
was.
it was a disappointing performance from Canelo, but it was
It
a
was.
very inspiring performance from Bud Crawford. All respect to Team Crawford. We got
Yes.
Edgar and Ashley Knuckles on the line. What's good
Yeah.
with you fellas?
What up, salute?
What up? What up?
Say, man, I know y'all need to handle some business here in the private chat. Did you want to do that in the chat right now?
Yeah, that's fine. I just put your stuff in the private chat, Ashley.
Hey, Nuke, let me
All right.
step out so you give another guy an opportunity. I appreciate you, man. You always speaking
Always.
fact, and I'm a Nello, and Nello taking the next time, and it's a stoppage. That's 100% guarantee if they go to the second fight.
Absolutely. And
God bless
it's
you, brother.
always respect and love for Canelo Alvarez. Always.
Facts,
Salute,
facts.
family.
Thank you, bro. Stay up.
You too,
Appreciate
my
you.
brother.
Thank you.
All right, man. Now we got Ashy Knuckles in here. We got Edgar, man, and these guys. And see, a lot of people were saying Edgar would never honor no bet. He wouldn't do this. He wouldn't do that. I just want you to say it. Like Ashy, he's a man of his word. Ashy, Ashy, did you put your stuff in the private chat or what?
Yeah, I'm going there now.
Okay, okay. That's all we need because I just want everybody to know we good on that. Let me pay some bills, my brother. It says keep the same energy. Salute to Sager 12. Much love and respect. Thanks so much for supporting the channel, my brother. Slowed Mafia. Salute to you, my brother. I appreciate the love and respect and supporting the channel as always, my brother. I appreciate that, man. And these guys are gentlemen. That's already new, man. Edgar's gonna hold it down. He's gonna do
Thank you.
everything he
You
said.
know Maurice number by heart?
Huh?
Mm,
Oh, he's still trying to get
what,
his
you need his number?
paperwork together.
Get my phone number.
Uh,
You
my
right.
brother Alvarez says Canelo didn't even try since the beginning, though. I mean, I don't know if Canelo didn't try. It was just a different look for him, a different style for him. And it was a different approach to the fight that a lot of people don't take when they fight Canelo. A lot of people come into a Canelo Alvarez fight fighting afraid, and
Hey,
so
Nuke.
yeah, yeah. What's
Yeah,
up, Edgar?
nah, just like how we were emailing back and forth. What I said to you in the emails. It's to me, it's I guess some of us or Canelo fans, boxing fans, were somewhat naive when we saw the skull fight. Like, yes, he didn't want to run after him, but I think he also couldn't run after him. Like, I think like Father Time has caught up with him. His legs are gone. Like once his legs are done or at this height of competition, it's not going to get any better. Like the only way that he's going to look, like the Canelo of old or somewhat good, is if someone that is literally going to step forward and come in the bang. That's the only way he's going to look good again. I don't think he's going to look good against anyone that has any kind of footwork, you know, that moves around, that, likes to circle the ring, because his legs are just going to betray him again, and it's not going to look pretty.
So let me ask you this, Edgar. I had somebody tell me this earlier about Bud Crawford, so I really wanted to put it as a topic. First, let me ask you this first question: do you think Canelo can win a rematch with Bud Crawford, even if he wouldn't be the favorite? Does he have a chance to win the rematch?
No, because Crawford knows the assignment. Crawford knows the game plan. Like I said to you before, bro, to me, this wasn't an all-time epic fight. It's one guy did enough and one guy didn't do enough. That was the factor and how it decided. And it's not going to go. It's going to be the same result. Like, it's just going to be, we're going to get a repeat, and then Bud's going to take the win again.
And the last thing, Edgar, I want to just break down real quick, man, is do you think that so I also had this comment where somebody was telling me that they believe that Bud Crawford has never challenged himself to fight the young hungry lions. He's always been in the and I'm not saying this. This is a comment that I got.
I
And they
mean,
said he's never challenged himself to fight the young hungry lions. He fought the guys who had everything to lose, i.e. Errol Spence had something to lose, Canelo
yeah,
had something to lose.
you could make that argument. Yes, you could make that argument. But like, right now, Bud is the guy. So, because he beat the guy. So, I mean, I guess just like before, when people, when Canelo was the guy, and they were like, yeah, well, he can pick whoever he wants to fight, or he can choose who he has to fight, or blah blah blah. He holds the deck now, so he can, do whatever he wants now, technically. But yes, he never. I don't believe that he fought, like you just said, lions and all that stuff, or the next guy on the totem pole. I don't believe so. But he played his cards right, and he's still undefeated.
Do you think that he'll take a chance on one of these guys at 68? Do you think he'll say, "Look, let me fight Hamza Shiraz," or if I go down to 60, let me fight Janabek? Do you think he'll take one of those kind of guys that seems, very big fighter? I mean, look, Janabek's 6 feet tall. Shiraz is what, 6'3"? And
Right.
so both of these guys are massive individuals, throws more than one punch, much younger. And when I say much younger than Canelo, I mean physically younger. Your body carries age different with the mileage that you have. Neither one of these guys have the kind of mileage Canelo has. So you think Bud would take on one of those kind of dangerous opponents?
No, no. Like at this point, I mean, he doesn't have to fight again. He can literally, retire, just like Canelo. Like people are saying, he still has 2 fights on the contract. He does. He's not. His hands are not tied to it. He can say, I decide to retire, and then that's it. You don't have to pay me the rest of the money, or they come to a settlement, and then everyone just kind of rides up into the sunset.
Now, Bud was hinting that he'll go down to 160. So it feels like, and then it also seemed like he owes Turkey Al-Sheikh one. When Turkey was like, don't retire. He wants Bud to run another one. Bud said he might go to 160.
I mean, you never, I guess, never say never, I guess, I mean, the money could be enticing, but he's going to pick the right opponent, like, the one that he favors the most, whether that's the guy that Turkey wants or not, I don't know. But, I mean, he holds the deck now. He's the guy that beat the guy.
Do you think so? Are you saying, and I just want to make sure I get it. Are you saying that he's going to pick a guy that's stylistically in his favor?
Yes. If he fights again, I mean, I guess technically they can run it back with Canelo. I don't think that's a good fucking option for Canelo, but I mean, I guess that's the only fight where he is the A side, or he knows he's got the advantage, and he's gonna, put another showing like he did and take the W.
And I just want to announce this to everybody in the audience, everybody that was talking crazy and reckless about my brother Edgar. He done already sent the money. The bet is fully in paid. We keep our word on this side, no matter who it is or what it is. So understand and respect that my brother Edgar's a real one. He's never broken his word to anybody on the panel, to me, nobody. He ain't never ran from no smoke. He's always done everything, and that's why he's a true stand-up guy. And I can personally vouch for that. So there will be no Edgar slander on the panel ever. Because they'll slander you real quick, Edgar.
Yeah, I know that. This is listen, Nuke. I live by a couple meanings in life. I've learned, no matter who you are, no matter where you come from, what your background is, we're not perfect, and we're all hypocrites and liars at one point in our life. No matter what time of your life period it is, we will be hypocrites and liars at least once in our life, and I try not to do that.
That's a good rule to live by. And let me break this down. Welcome, Fight Sports Round 1. What's up, fellas?
What up, man?
Guys, good to be back.
How you guys feeling, man?
Doing well.
Good, man.
Yeah, it's usual day here in New Zealand. What's on the agenda today? You guys talking about the rematch? Or are you talking about what Crawford does after this if there is no rematch?
Well, we're talking about a lot of things. One thing I want to say is that David Benavidez did a recent interview and said Canelo Alvarez is scared of him. And the only thing, and then he said he'd be willing to fight Canelo after he, finishes his business at 75. And my only question is, Canelo just lost. Why is Canelo on your mind, right? That's weird to me.
He wants the payday.
Exactly,
I'll just say,
bro. He over here
I'll just say
about Canelo and shit.
It's the payday. It's the money.
Yeah, but it's also,
kiss that goodbye, bro. Look, kiss that goodbye, bro. You're not the guy who got it, bro. Bud did. Bivol did. Go chase those guys. Go get him, chase Bivol. Go chase Better BF. Go stop thinking about Canelo, bro. It's sick. You sounded like you now you sounded like you be doing the cinnamon challenge, getting on your knees to Canelo or something, bro. Like you got to get on your knees and beg him for a fight or something, bro. Like that, David, stop it, bro.
Fight Sports. Why
It's
is David still concerned with a Canelo fight at some point? And you see, you just saw Canelo lose. You got bigger fish to fry. And he said he wants to go after the guys at 75. That's why David is chasing greatness. He says he wants to fight the better Benavidez and Bivol. He said those are the fights he wants. So I respect that from David. But why keep talking about Canelo? Because he's saying, oh, I could fight him after that. Oh, Canelo's scared of me. Like, it's just a lot of talk about Canelo from this guy. And I'm maybe I'm confused as because I just look at it as anybody else. He wouldn't. I just don't know why it would be a topic of conversation. His eyes should be looked at somebody else completely.
I agree. I didn't watch the interview because I just don't have much interest. In fact, scratch that. I've got no interest in a horse that's been dead for how many months. So I didn't watch the interview. Was he asked about fighting Canelo, or when he said that? Oh,
He
he's
was
scared.
asked at one point, but he also volunteered information. And so it's also like
Okay.
this. If somebody asks you a question, you don't have to say, no, I'm not talking about Canelo. The fight don't make sense. There's nothing to discuss. David didn't say that. David said he's scared of me and I'm a killer and this and that. That's very different from saying, look, that fight don't even make sense anymore. Canelo just lost. I'm at a different weight. I'm not going back to 68. None of that shit makes sense. But he's saying Canelo's scared of me. I can still fight him at the end for, and I'm like, for what? Like any interest in David Canelo for me has went out of the window. Like, I mean, Edgar, do you understand what I mean? Like, do you have an interest of seeing David and Canelo now after just seeing what you saw?
Not really, but I mean, if it happens, I guess by May next year, maybe. But at what weight though? Like it would have. See, like Benavidez is saying, I have a belt now, so that means that Canelo would have to come up to 175, and maybe Canelo can pull it off, but he's not
David
going to do it.
doesn't
He's not going to
really
do it at
have
168.
I'll just add this. I've got no interest in this fight. I
I
personally
don't really, but I mean, I guess
Well,
it would be.
I'll just finish the point. I had no interest in this fight when Benavidez obviously was going to stay at 175. There was I know he talked about going back down to 168. There's no way he could do that in a healthy way. So this fight was dead from that point on. I had no interest in even talking about the fight aside from when I first came on your show, IBFP. Yeah. But it's only still in the news because one, reporters can't give it up, fans can't give it up, and Benavidez can't give it up because he keeps getting asked about it and he just can't bring himself to say, nah, that ship has sailed. So it's really, there's no way this fight could ever happen. And look, I know, this is all by the by now because Canelo just lost. Canelo would get annihilated if the fight happens. So nobody should win this fight. I don't know
about that. I don't know about
the
that.
Mexican Cookie Monster? Calm down, bro.
Wait, hold on. Round one. Let me get the cucumber salad out with extra ranch, all right?
No, so let me get out the Dunkin' David donut, bro. Because let me get the dough out. Because the man is eating donuts or something, bro. Because this is crazy.
And so let me ask you this. Is it so you're saying Canelo get annihilated? Is it when you look at the Crawford Canelo fight? Are you saying because David doesn't have Crawford's style? So is David just going to overwhelm Canelo? Because to me, I think that Canelo, there's a certain style that Canelo just not going to beat at this point. He's shown time and time again he's not going to beat a certain style. I'm not going to see the adjustments, but I don't think David has the same IQ as a Terrence Crawford.
IBFP, I was saying this before the Crawford fight.
So you are. That is fair, Edgar. That is fair.
Yeah, I see. Of course, Benavidez is never gonna fight like Crawford. That's not my point. My point is, look, in the way that Benavidez fights, pressure and the defensive improvements he showed against Morrell, etc., that kills Canelo, and Canelo knows that, which is why he never wanted the fight.
No, but okay. All right. I'm not gonna sit here and entertain this, but no, he will not get annihilated. I don't know if the fight's gonna happen, but he won't. Because
the fight's never going to happen, so that's
probably not. But we don't know. Like I said, never say never. Because at this point, if you got enough money, you'll fucking make a pig dance backwards. I'll say this:
if the fight, because David said he's not coming to 68, but money talks. If Turkey pays him
Right,
enough, he
right,
might come back.
right.
But one thing I will say, and I would favor Canelo if he came back to 68 because David in this weight, I think he'd be missing something at 68. If it's at 75, I think the way Canelo looked against Bud Crawford, then I see Canelo carrying weight up at 75. The last time he was at 75, he gassed out. I don't think Canelo can carry that weight at 75 at this point in his career. I don't think it'll do anything for him. I think David will win comfortably against Canelo Alvarez at this point.
But also,
probably, but
I don't.
I don't know, because look, I mean, at 75, I can't see it, but at the
I
same
don't
time,
think
at
he'd get stopped
68,
at 75, but I
can
think he'd
see
beat
it.
him up a little bit.
I can't see it. Well, look, I can't see 75 because I don't think Canelo's moving up there. He's gonna take another fight at 68, and Benavidez, you gotta unify the belts.
And yeah, and
But
then look,
I also,
go ahead, fight.
I was just going to say, I think there's a very good chance Canelo doesn't fight again because there is. I know Canelo's lost before and he's still maintained fantastic earning potential, but there is a limit to that. And when you're in your late 30s and you've clearly slipped, which is normal once you've been fighting for as long as he has.
Did you see that though? That was Canelo, bro. That's why Canelo's the money. That's why.
But still, but what I'm saying is at that point, which is where Canelo's at, a loss that hits your earning potential big time. And so I don't think Canelo's going to be. He's not going to be earning the same money he was before. And then I don't think he's going to want to fight. Wait a second.
Hold on, let him finish.
I don't think he's going to want to go through the training camps, understandably, because at this point he's only doing it for money and because he loves it. But I think this will be the point where he says, well, I probably had enough of this game, and there's no shame in that. He's done fantastic. His career's set in stone. I just feel this is the point where he'll probably say, okay, that's enough for me.
I'll just say this real quick, if I can jump in. Like, technically, if he fights 2 more fights, whoever it is, Turkey has to pay him the agreed money. He's given him 2 fights. So he technically, for 2 more fights, he will be making the same kind of money. Whether they're great fights or not great fights, or they're against guys that, are not up to par, that's up for discussion. But if he gives him 2 more fights, he's going to get the fruition of that contract.
And that's accurate. Canelo already came out and said that, hey, Canelo's already told Turkey Al-Sheikh, and it's been confirmed that he said he's going to fight out the remainder of his contract. So we know he's going to do that. But for me personally, I would need to see Canelo. For me, as a boxing fan and as a Canelo Alvarez fan, I can be selfish sometimes because I'm a Canelo fan, I'm a Bud fan, I'm a boxing fan. And so as a fan of the sport and of these fighters, I want to see if Canelo does not retire. I don't care if you lose to Bud Crawford again, but you need to fight him again. Now, if you don't fight him again and you say, well, I'd rather just fight Shiraz. To me, that looks fugazi because you didn't rematch any loss, and now you're gonna go away from this one and say I'm a fight Shiraz or Eubank or somebody else. To me, that's weird.
Agreed. But agreed. And like I said, I mean, yes, you would want him to fight good opposition where it's intriguing. You don't really want to fight. You don't want him to see him fight guys that 9 out of 10 times he's gonna beat. You wouldn't want that. But my other point that I was gonna say before is, I come back to it again. His legs are gone. Like, once your legs are gone as an athlete, it is very, 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 very hard to keep doing what you did at a certain level. I was blessed and privileged in my life to be able to play semi-professional soccer. And I played until I was 33. And my body and my brain could read the game. I understood what was going on, but my legs could not keep up with 21-year-old dudes anymore. Like, I just couldn't. And it's a hard, shitty feeling when you see that fucking writing on the wall that you cannot compete at that level anymore. And you either hang up the boots, or you try and you make a fool out of yourself.
I mean, and here's the thing, since he's going to still, because, I mean, kind of like Fight Sport said, if he's agreed to fight the last few fights anyway, you might as well. I mean, what do you have to lose?
But you wouldn't get mad if he takes a year off though, because I feel like he just needs to take.
That's not
When's the
gonna
last
help
time you
him.
seen him a
It,
year
That's
well,
not
off?
it,
gonna.
it's gonna hurt. It's gonna hurt him a little bit.
It's not gonna help him. We've already seen Father Time is caught up with him. It's not gonna help him.
No, but just let his body rest because look, bro, remember he's fought, he got all the belts. When's the last time he really took a year off? Like, just look at it, bro. This man has been giving us fight year after year after year, bro. Like, he really is wearing down his body. It's like at this point, just chill a year or two, or half a year, a year, man, a year or so, man. Because
It's not.
at this point, your body is wear and tear. Let it heal for a bit, bro. You're still young in a way, but
I don't
But his
think
legs. But his legs are not gonna come back.
yeah, no, it's fine, bro. But it's like he's still at the 168. If Crawford's gonna get the rematch, then yeah, he needs to do something. Go to the boots camp or some shit. Go to Philly. Fuck it, Catterall's going over there now. You know, like do something new, bro.
Well,
Because
I don't
you
think
need
taking time off. I don't think taking time off at this age is going to help him. But I also don't think Crawford's going to take any other fights that you guys were mentioning, Janimek or whatever. I think the idea of going down to 160 is. I don't think that's going to happen because 160 has never been more shallow. There's no fight there that's going to really do much for his legacy unless he fights Janibek.
That's
But
cap.
Janibek
That's
is
cap. That's cap.
all right. Well, Janibek
That's cap.
is
It's gonna be a
everything.
5-division world champion.
Hold on a sec. Hold on a second. Janibek is everything that Crawford hasn't fought. He's a high. In fact, he's super high risk, but he's low reward because he's probably the most disrespected champion in boxing. I don't think he's going to fight a 168 contender because if he didn't want to fight Boots because Boots didn't bring anything to the table after the Spence fight, I don't think he's going to fight any of those contenders now. I think it's going to be Canelo rematch, which probably makes sense for both of their careers, and then retire.
Now, Park Street. What do you think Canelo should do right now, my brother?
Man, he need to get back with Bud. That's the fuck he need to do. It's simple as that. He need to get back.
I agree.
I don't know who he needs to bring in. I don't know who he needs to bring in the camp, but he has to switch his game plan up. And I know that Canelo, but there was no game plan. I thought there was going to be a game plan. I vocally voiced what I thought the game plan would have been to be Bud, the same way I voiced my game plan for Bud to beat Canelo. And, Bud did, what I said that he needed to do, but Canelo didn't do what I said he needed to do. So I don't know if normally when you get a trainer and you reach the pinnacle of boxing, normally that trainer can't get you past that. So in order to ascend that, which is even more legendary, you gotta find something deep. You gotta find somebody to bring out something deeper in yourself. And so if Canelo is the fighter that I think he is, and that I know he is, then he would go and find a new trainer or a set of trainers. Me personally, the reason why Bud is so great at what he does is because he has 4 main trainers. Now, Bomac is the primary guy, that he's the face guy. You can't see, the rest of Bomac because that nigga fat as shit. But, Terrence Crawford has a whole team of trainers, right? So you have 5 different minds coming together to formulate a game plan. There's nothing that one fucking mind can do against that team that Terrence Crawford has. And so that's what Canelo needs to do if he's going to make a comeback and he's going to get his get back. Because ain't no way, I'm going to lose to a motherfucker and not try to get my get back.
I mean, and I agree with that part. If I lose once, what difference does it make if I lose again? Let me run that shit back. My brother Edgar saying Canelo's legs gone. He might as well give it up. It's just not going to happen. He can't.
I don't give a fuck if my leg was gone. I don't give a fuck, nigga. Fight me on my knees, then, pussy.
But it's not. It's like, what is the point? Like, there is no point to that. Like, it's just.
What do you mean? It's pride at the end of the day. It's a bag. It's pride. I can name a few things this is about. What are we talking about? This motherfucker just took a year off and came up and beat Canelo.
I can.
Like,
yes,
if I'm Canelo, I'm processing all of this shit. This just beat the odds.
I get the money
he
part.
Just beat the odds.
I get the money. I get the money part.
Hold on. Guess who the odds are in favor now? Bud Crawford. So now if Canelo goes back, formulates a game plan, he puts the team and beats Crawford, that makes Canelo even greater.
Yes, but the likelihood of that happening is very, 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 very slim.
I think Bud Crawford right now is going to do more for Canelo's career than a Benavidez will.
Agreed. If he pulls it off, but that is very, very fucking hard to do right now. His legs are done, bro. Like,
but that's
I get the money. I get the money. I get the money. But his pride will make him look more pitiful if he keeps going down this road.
No, but that's why I said he needs to do these things, right? He needs to get a team of people around him. Because the thing about it is, and this is what makes legendary fighters legendary, regardless of what you lose,
facts. I agree.
What you have is you sharpen that, and that's why Floyd Mayweather is one of the great. He lost his hands. Fuck losing your feet. This nigga lost his hands.
But his feet played a very good. But his feet played a very good role in him being able to do other things.
We talking about feet, and Floyd Mayweather lost his hands.
Yes,
but he's still putting balls on everybody.
I think what he's saying here, Edgar, is that even if it's a 1% chance, you got to take it if you're in Canelo's position. I mean, you know, what's the point? The point is, one, he avenges his loss. Two, he basically he can retire and go off into the sunset if he beats Bud Crawford in a rematch and be like, look, I got my get back. I showed you. I maybe made some changes, some tweaks, and if I come up short again, all right, I took another shot at it. I don't think anybody cannot respect it. I mean, let's say he turns around and fights Shiraz. What the fuck does that do if he beats Shiraz? People still gonna say, but you got beat by these guys. The Shiraz don't matter. It does nothing for him. If he goes up to 75 and gets beat by David, that shit don't matter. Everybody's going to go back to the fights he lost, and they're going to be like, why didn't you try to get this back? Even if because it's a high chance he could lose any other fight, but they say, oh, you beat Shiraz because he's better stylistically for you. I can understand the thought process. For me personally, I can't buy into any other fight but the rematch personally because it's a matter of heart. Like, where's your nuts? Where's your heart?
Hey,
you got to get that get back. I'm a competitor. Everything I've always done in my life is compete with different people in all kinds of sports. I'm not like a lot of guys, like, you know, like, and I hate to bring up this guy's name, Brim, but like, you know, I compete in all kinds of sports. Brim's used to losing. I'm used to winning. That's a difference. You know, look, he lost his hairline, he lost his bitch, he lost a lot. I don't lose. So I go in there and I compete with people because I like to win. And if somebody beat me, you're going to have to beat me twice because I'm not finna just walk away from that. Canelo getting them 2 big checks anyway. Make him work for him. Make him work for him. Don't just hand him a cookie. If you hand him Chris Eubank, I don't want that does nothing for me.
I don't want to see that weak shit.
I don't want to see that weak shit. That shit trash. If you're gonna pay this man all this money, make him fight somebody. That's all I'm gonna say.
That's why.
I'm just saying, in my opinion, his best option is to face the music and just retire. Call it a day. You couldn't, you know,
man,
father time caught up.
Bitch shit. We are warriors. We are warriors.
Time catches up with everybody.
Hey, Coach Mills, you know what I do every time I start a new game, Coach Mills, before I play the game? You know what I do? I go to the settings menu and I put that bitch on the hardest difficulty. Why? Why? Because there's no pride in beating the game on the easiest level.
Patrick, you're not fighting in the ring, all right? All right,
man. Fuck you. I had 2 niggas dump me getting in the ring. What are you talking about? I had 2 niggas on here dump me in the ring. Don't make me pull your card. Don't make me pull your card.
You're saying we're warriors.
I'm not in the ring. I got another fight next month. Fuck is you talking about?
Here's the thing.
When's your next fight?
I wasn't taking shots at you, bro.
Damn.
But you know what I mean?
Y'all better park it alone, man.
All right. I don't think Canelo can do anything else in the rematch. So because he's not going to get fitter, he was in as good a shape as he could be, and his punches had pretty much no effect
Well, I
on
doubt
Crawford.
that.
So
He
I
changed
don't
his
know.
regimen.
I don't know if he'll be able to do anything else. So that's why I think he may be hesitant. I mean, if he does fight on, if he's guaranteed big money with Turkey, then I think, as much as I don't want to see it, Shiraz and Chris Eubank Jr. probably will be fights that he's interested in because he's going
Canelo's
to
a
get paid.
pussy if he fight them.
I'm a
I agree.
co-sign that. I'm sorry. I'm a co-sign Park Street on this. I see you going, oh, we finna fight Chris Eubank in the UK. I want to fight. Fuck that. That's a pussy move. Keeping the
Now,
same
if he would
energy
have
over
beat
here.
Crawford, if
You
he
can
would
see
have
it
beat
both
Crawford,
ways.
it
You
would
can
be a
see it both
completely different
ways.
story. But he
IBP,
didn't
I'm
beat
not saying
Crawford,
that
so
I
now he's
support
trying to
him
run that
doing
back.
it.
You can see it both ways. You can see it that way, or you can see it he's being a smart businessman by taking his contract to fruition and getting paid whatever money was stipulated.
IBP, I'm
Nah,
not saying I
fuck that. He's
support
a
him
pussy.
fighting.
He's a pussy. Once you lose, you got to get that back. I'm not listening. You know what I'm
I'm not
smoking on
saying
right now? Hey, Coach Mills, what am I smoking on right now, Coach Mills?
That
I'm
Nalo
not
pack.
saying I
You
support
know that
him
motherfucking
fighting.
Nalo pack. And I'm gonna be smoking on Nalo pack until that nigga get that rematch.
I'm not saying I support him
Right.
fighting.
Park Street's the
fighting
new
Shiraz or
can man.
Eubank, but he didn't chase the Bivol rematch after that fight.
He did.
Yes, he
He
did.
did.
He did.
Big
He
Boy,
did.
Y'all
don't
gotta stop.
Yes, he
come on
did.
here with that lying
Yes, he
shit.
did.
Don't come on here with that lying shit.
Oh
He
my
did chase that one.
goodness.
He didn't chase the rematch.
Yes, he
Yes, he
did.
did.
He did,
What are you
bro. He
talking
did.
about?
He did. Fight sport. He did.
He
Come
went back
on.
down to one. I'm not blaming him for this, but he went back down to 168. So there's a good chance I think he may think this rematch with Crawford might be a step too far for me. But we'll see. We'll see.
I mean, look, and that's nothing wrong with it. I'm just saying, I co-sign Park Street on this. To me, it's a pussy move to walk away from that fight. Like for me, if I lose to anybody at anything, I need to get my get back. That's what I need.
Fuck that money.
He got more
It's my
money than
pride. It's my ego. It's my warrior spirit. Me as a man, I can't allow that. For y'all to be saying he needs to just blow off into the fucking wind, that's diabolical. I can't believe what I'm hearing right now.
That's like somebody slapped the shit out of you, and you get up and go try to punk out Hit Kid. Like, no, I got to get back with who hit me. I'm not walking up on Hit Kid after somebody slapped me. No, I got to go get my get back. That's all I'm saying, man. That's all I'm saying.
From that fat bitch that get fucking, but that.
Hold on. Let me pay these bills real quick, man. JMA says, Showbiz the adult is talking about CompuBox numbers. What you think? Somebody told me that Showbiz is saying that Canelo got robbed or something according to the CompuBox numbers.
Nah, that's not what he said.
What did he say?
That's not what Showbiz said. Showbiz said that the fight was a lot closer than it was, and it was. Canelo outlanded Crawford and way more rounds than people give him credit for, and there was only one round that Crawford had where he completely outlanded Canelo, and I think that was like round 9 or round 10. He outlanded Canelo by about 20 punches.
And that's why I mean I hate this part of boxing. It's a double standard. Some guys get credit for that. Some guys don't get credit for it. It's a bullshit fucking stat. Like you either go by that or you don't go by that, and that's why I hate it.
I agree with that.
So hold on. So you think the CompuBox numbers are accurate?
I'm not. They might be accurate, but what I'm saying is, in some particular fights, one guy gets the short end of the stick, and another particular fight, the other guy gets short end of the stick because it's just bullshit. Like at the end of the day, whoever dictates the way the fight's gonna go and imposes his style on the other guy, that guy should get the fucking victory. Well, in this case, Canelo couldn't adjust to the distance and the movement and all that other shit. If it was the other side of the coin, Canelo would have closed the distance, hit him more times, and then he would have got the nod. But it's to me, it's just bullshit.
That's
is
the
bullshit.
thing. I agree with you, Edgar, but that's why I always say there needs to be a base curriculum of how the judges judge. They need to be based off of jab, defense, ring generalship, counterpunching, and there should be like 5 main things that all the judges are based. Because the problem is all of these. One judge might love jabs, another judge might love counterpunching, another judge might love ring generalship. So they're already based off of how they're thinking. They're not on the same page. So even though they're going to see a different fight, it has to be based off of the same curriculum, so we don't have fights like this in the future.
I mean, it's still gonna be, it's human fucking nature. You know, you see the glass half full, I see the glass half empty. It's still, there's still a fucking
And that's why that
fine line.
curriculum needs to be there.
But there's a fine line where we can go either which way, and that at the end of the day sometimes creates controversy. I fucking wish that they can go to 13-round fights, because then there's less chance for some bullshit draw or some bullshit.
That's why I like overtime boxing.
Fucking splitting hair bullshit.
Overtime boxing does not allow draws.
Hold on, let me go. Let me get this one, man. Let me get this one. I got one more. L. Caesar says Canelo needs to get his lick back against Bivol or Bud, or get a David Benavidez fight to regain that legacy before his retirement. I agree with this, except for the David thing. I think if you want to get your get back against Bivol or Bud, no problem with that. But it got to be get back or nothing. It can't be I'm trying to fight David so David can try to build up his name.
He can only fight David after he whooped one of their asses.
That's it. You can take David after you go, oh, you went and got your lick back from Bud or Bivol? Oh, yeah, you can go holler at David. I ain't got no problem with that. Man, but you don't have no reason to be talking to David, and you still got Bud and Bivol problems. That looks fugazi to me. What do you think about this?
Why the fuck is Canelo still in David's mouth? Why is David still talking about Canelo? I can understand
he's scared. David's talking about he want to fight him after he fights Bivol and Benavidez. There's no guarantee David's gonna get past Bivol or Benavidez. There's no guarantee in those fights.
I'm trying to tell you.
I don't even know if he's gonna make it past Anthony Yard.
And totality and the fighters that David Benavidez and who Bivol and Beterbiev is, it's way further than Canelo and Crawford.
Wait a minute. Hold on. Wait a minute. Edgar just says, I don't know if he's gonna get past Anthony Yard. Now, my thing is, I'm feeling like David should dominate Yard. Mills, talk to me here, Mills. What am I missing, Mills?
Man, y'all don't even know if that dude got the durability to deal with the type of thump that Yard got behind him shots, man. If he can get past, if he's durable enough to get through them shots, deal with those counters, as Yard starts to gas down the stretch, David should be able to impose his will on him. But man, that dude got a rocky road ahead of him, man. He got a rocky road ahead of him. We didn't see him square up. He gets clipped every time he squares up, man. He bleed. I was watching Boxing Jim's channel, and he put it in the proper context, man. When he goes on the advance, he leads with his back foot, so he's off balance. You dig? Like that shit. You can't do that. He's stepping. When he's pressing the action, a lot of times he's leading with his back foot. He's off balance. That's caused him problems, and it can fuck around and cause him problems again. He might not get through Yard, but I do think he will get through. 5'10".
5'10". Yeah.
He's about the same height as Ronald Gavril. I think he'll be. Like I said, I got him winning the fight, but a lot of questions is going to be answered in this fight.
I think David's going to rise to the occasion in this fight. I just don't think Anthony Yard is that good. If he struggles with Anthony Yard, what the hell does that say about David?
But the thing is,
we already think.
Who beat Anthony Yard?
The top guy.
All great fighters.
Exactly.
The man who killed another man.
Hold on, but Lyndon Arthur beat him too, who's not a great fighter. So just keep that in line.
But he came back, outlined Lyndon Arthur and chalk.
He did, but he still took the first L from him. We got to keep that in perspective. He also
Lyndon Arthur
beat guy that wasn't a killer. All right, keep going. Who was next?
No, look,
Lyndon Arthur beat
about that Yard and Benavidez, what stands out to me is that I don't think Benavidez hits as hard as Yard, as Beterbiev or as Kovalev. So I don't know if he's able to keep Yard down the same way those guys did.
Well, Yard's not the same guy he was when he fought him, but Yard doesn't do anything good technically. The one advantage he has over previous guys Benavidez has fought is that he's very strong. So if he's able to push Benavidez back, then Benavidez may have some new challenge in front of him, but this should be a pretty straightforward fight for him.
Right, but the big question is going to be, if it goes to decision, then his fan base or his fucking whatever following can't all of a sudden come out here and be like, oh, that was a great win, he's the monster, this and that, because he has not stopped anybody in the longest time except for fucking Andrade, who quit on the stool.
I don't need him to
And
stop him. I just need him to
even
win.
if
Just
he's not
win.
stopping him,
But
not stopping him is not the problem. He's not even
Mills,
dropping these niggas.
he needs to win in a very convincing fashion.
Oh, listen to
Facts.
Park Street, bro. Listen to Park Street. He's not even dropping these guys.
Yeah,
Bro,
he's
he
not
didn't
really
even
hurting
look
them.
like he hurt
Well, I
Ghost
mean, listen,
feelings.
you don't have to drop him, but you can beat the shit out of him, and that
Wait,
shows.
But he
because
hasn't
you
done
can't
that
go around
either.
calling yourself
He
the
hasn't
Mexican
beat the shit out of
monster
nobody
He
in
hasn't
the
done that
second
either,
fight.
right?
guys.
I think he did beat the shit out of Morrell. I do think he beat the shit out of Morrell, but he
It
was
was
getting
give and
smacked
take.
on his
It was
damn
give
self.
and take.
He fucked Morrell. He was fucking Morrell up. I can be real about that. He was fucking Morrell up.
He beat
He
Morrell
was.
up. He just couldn't drop him.
And that's a problem. That's a
That's what I'm
problem,
saying. You
bro.
can't be calling yourself no Mexican monster this or Ecuadorian monster that. Like, nah, way. If you're not at the very least dropping these guys, you're not a monster way. A monster or
You
nothing.
I agree.
nada. You gotta break their nose, break their something, man. If you're not dropping them, man, like you gotta do something, dog. Like
Make him a
And
bloody
that's what I'm
mess.
saying. These dudes be weight bullies. As soon as they start fighting niggas they size, all that monster shit go out the door.
I just
Yep.
think like
Yeah.
on the last episode that we were, on the last live, everybody kept talking about just like Solid is dumbass. Oh, you ain't because he ain't dropping them, then that means like, bro, it's not. This dude's entire moniker is the Mexican monster, man. Once you get to that point
Yeah,
where
I said
like
Cookie Monster.
his biggest attribute has been muffled because he was knocking shit dead at 168 pounds. Now that you don't have that at your disposal, what else do you got to fall back on? It's not nothing astute. It's
Facts.
not IQ. It's not
I
counter
did
Mills,
punching. It's
accept the
not feet. It's
gas.
Mills,
none of
we
that.
talked about this on my show. He's having to show more skill since his power isn't the same, and he's doing that. So
In
while
what
he's not,
regard?
while he's
In what regard?
But this is why I
better
call him the
defense, better
Mexican Cookie
footwork than he
Monster.
had at
He hasn't
He
168.
shown me
he
anything.
doesn't
He
have.
Morel
Man, will y'all
fought.
please
Hey,
stop that with that footwork shit? He has a good high guard, but even then, shots still find a way around the guard, dog. Like
I didn't
Facts.
say he
because he
was a
fought
defensive
Crawford. He
specialist. I just said he's
Crawford
showing more
too.
skills since his power isn't the same.
I think he's showing more upper body movement, but the upper body movement a lot of the times is just postulating, just on being a natural instinct on being a boxer. It's not him timing a shot and getting his head off the line and coming over
Facts.
the top with a counter. It's none of that. I'm not, like I said, man, I like to just keep, he could go out here and prove me completely wrong in his next matchup. And even if he don't, I still don't think he's a trash fighter. I just like motherfuckers to keep this shit in proper
Yeah.
context, man.
Yeah,
Stop
that's the
amping him like
thing.
that.
Call him the
And he
Mexican
always keep
Monster.
his head on the line,
thing is
Mills.
that
I don't like
Cookie
that.
Monster.
Not only do he
Mills,
stand tall and he square up, he stand tall, square up, fight off his back, right? And then he also his head is always on the center line. He never moves his head.
He
You
doesn't.
notice
And
Benavidez be like
you
kind of like pointing his belly button at his opponents. You know what I mean? Like when he squares up, he be pointing his belly button at his opponents. Like he be trying to show off his cock or some shit. I don't know
Oh
what's wrong with
man.
that dude.
Pushing his belly button.
I mean,
he be
listen.
trying
I
to
mean,
compare
I'll
stretch
just
marks.
say this. For the next, I guess maybe year and a half, if he doesn't fucking unify against Bivol or Bitterbiev, or if he doesn't move up like he claims to be moving up to fucking fight Zurdo or fucking Apataya, then he hasn't proven anything to me.
If he fights Bivol better BF, he's proven
Look,
to
the
me
only
that
thing he proved,
that's something that has to be respected. That
the
has to
only
be
Yes, but
thing he
I
respected.
don't
proved
think
to
he
me,
will. I'm sorry. What I meant is, I don't think he will do that. That's what I meant.
the only thing he
well,
proved to me
if
is
he
he's
do
the
that,
Cookie
then
Monster.
Let me get the next one in real quick. Mike Trade says M. Billy can be a problem for Bud Crawford with his pressure. Salute to Mike Trades. Mike Trades always has the great questions and statements. And Mike, I do disagree with this one. I think M. Billy be a stylistically easy match for Bud Crawford. I think I just think he's just Bud is just gonna just tear him apart. To me, I think people are overrating M. Billy a little bit. I think he's a good fighter. I
I
just
think
think
Canelo
that
should have took
the
that in
guy is
Billy fight
coming
instead of
forward.
Bud.
He's there to be hit the whole time. Anybody sitting there
Overrated.
like Lester Martinez, I think Martinez isn't even that good. Guys, both of these guys very easy to get hit. Neither one of these guys is impressive to me. I think they
Oh
both good
man.
I think
quality
Lester.
fighters, but like when you talking about a style that I can't figure out, I can't overcome, skill for skill, these
Listen,
guys gonna be easy to get
they
around.
both
Yeah,
landed
those guys have basic skills. They
250
don't have
punches.
their secondary skill set
They
yet.
landed 250 punches on each other. Like
I
he
mean,
can't
they
get
fought
hit
in the
that much
phone
by an
booth.
elite fighter.
They fought
Bud
in the
hit that nigga
phone
that
booth.
many times, he gonna put that nigga in a coma.
But
Thank
I
you.
mean,
Go
man,
ahead,
listen.
Mills. Go ahead, Mills.
Man, listen. Lester Martinez is a problem for everybody at 168 pounds. I don't give a fuck who it is. He's a problem for everybody at 168 pounds. I think people was just so used to,
And
you
put
know,
Lester with
what,
with Pacheco. Who wins? Mills. Who you got?
who between who?
Pacheco versus Lester.
Pacheco's. Nah, I can't even say that no more. I don't know, man. I just I
I'm
like
put
Pacheco hasn't shown me anything good.
I like Lester. Pacheco showed me he can't really get out of second gear if he can keep you at the end of his
Exactly. The
if he
Nelson fight showed me a lot.
but not even the next. I saw him more so in the McCumbee fight. He did if he could keep you at the end of the stick, then there's no sense of urgency with him. So when someone is in a position of where they can get past that and get in his chest, he's flustered a little. And we saw that in the Nelson fight. And I think Lester Martinez has a far more diverse offensive attack. You dig? I like Lester Martinez is dead nice, y'all. Lester Martinez is dead nice. It's just there's no fighter that Mobili has been in front of that he wasn't able to do that to them. He's imposed his will on everybody he's fought. Carlos Gongora, that was a fresher version of
Yeah, because
fresh
he's over there in
So are
France
you talking about
beating up
M'Baku?
Frenchmen making bread and shit. You know them guys.
his dude.
so hold on, Bill. Hold on. So to the question, how competitive of a fight is M. Billy and Bud Crawford?
Bro, I think that's where we really gonna see Bud Crawford's his cardio push. Of course, I'm gonna go with Bud, but I think Mobili's faster on his feet than Canelo. Mobili is faster on it. He's able to cut the distance faster. He's a little bit taller, so he can cover more space when he's closing the distance. And I just think he's a little bit more twitchier than Canelo at 168 pounds. He's a lot more fluid. Nah, I ain't gonna say fluid, but he's just faster than Canelo at 168 pounds.
He still
As
got
far
his
as
legs.
yeah, and
The
he
fight's not going
definitely.
to happen. And Billy's a somewhat risky fight, but no reward because nobody knows him. So Bud's not going to take that fight.
Not going to take that fight.
For the same
I
reason he
agree.
didn't fight Boots.
Agreed.
Honestly, bro, I think
Come
Lester
on,
gets
man.
Billy in the rematch, bro. I think Bomax and a couple of a good plan for Lester. I think he gets him. I get him Billy in the rematch.
I can see that. I can definitely see that because he got more tools in his tool bag. But I'm going with Lester, not Lester, but Mobili, dog. I'm going with Mobili. I'm going with Mobili. I'm going with Christian, dog. Like man, man. Shout out to the pressure fighters, man. For real, that's on
Nah, bro, we love them.
Salute
We
to
love pressure fighters out here.
Salute to
facts.
Nomas Tomas. He says Edgar Morano keeps it a buck. What he's referring to is Edgar when Edgar said that Canelo's legs are gone. Do you agree with that, Mills? And real talk, is Canelo Alvarez's legs just completely gone?
I mean, it's not like he ever had the greatest legs to begin with. I mean, his footwork was always different. You know, it was never as flashy and jumping on his toes and shit and jumping 3 feet in the air to get out of range like Shakur. Like Canelo's feet have always been different. You know what I'm saying?
I
But
don't mean it like that. I mean it in the fact that like his is just basically your legs are your fucking they're your base. You don't got that no more. You're not gonna be as good as you once was, bro. It happens to every athlete. Father Time is undefeated.
I don't think his
Except
legs
for
is
with Bud
necessarily
Crawford.
gone though. I just think that Bud is just extremely
Nah,
graceful on his
bro.
feet.
now look, hold on, wait
Nah,
1 second. Let me
What?
address something in the chat.
2 years
But two
ago, it
things
would have
can
been
be
a
I
true
don't
different
at the
fight.
think,
same
and I'm
time.
gonna defend
Bud
you
can
a
be
little
2
bit
years
here,
ago,
Mills.
it would have been a different
I
fight.
don't think that Still Mills has an issue with Benavidez or his fight style. I think he has an issue with his fans and the narrative around Benavidez.
Hold on. Let me read the comment. Let me read the Fight Sport says Steel Mills likes pressure fighters
Wait a
like
second.
like
Wait
in
a
Billy,
second.
but not fighters like Benavidez.
Bro,
Guys, I was
it's not the same
joking.
thing,
I
bro.
was joking.
This dude fight.
Nah,
You
fuck
Mills,
all
wasn't
that
joking, Fight
joking
Sport.
shit. Ain't no joking.
Mills
Talk your
knows I
shit,
was
real talk.
joking.
We know what you doing, Kiwi. It's all good though. You the homie, so it's all
No,
love. It's all love.
look,
You the homie. It's
I'm
all good. But like I said, man,
Nah, it's
just
good to see you up here again, Kiwi. I haven't seen you in a while.
facts, bro. Facts. I'm not tripping. You did like you ain't come on here barking or nothing like that. I'm not tripping. You can challenge my stance, but like I said, man, Mobili isn't being touted as the Cameroonian monster. He's not.
Mills. Mills.
They're letting him do.
Mills.
They're
I
letting
was
him develop.
joking every
That
time.
he's
Every
fighting
time we talk
people.
You
Benavidez on
wasn't
He's
my
joking,
fighting
Kiwi. You wasn't joking, and that's cool. You wasn't joking. You wasn't joking. It's all cool. Billy ain't being propped up as the next.
Nah,
Every
bro,
the
you ain't gotta
next.
be scared of Mills, bro. Fuck Mills. He ain't gonna do nothing to you.
I'm not. Look, I was.
I'm not
Look,
a piece of progress.
Mills has been on my show. We've talked about it, and every time. Here's the thing: if people can watch these videos on my show. Every time I compliment Benavidez, he laughs at me. So I put a few jokes in the videos because he just
I would
Because
too.
man,
I'd
it'd
laugh
be
at your
some
ass too.
because it'd be some bullshit. It'd be some
no,
bullshit.
isn't. Nah,
Don't tell
look,
me, don't
that's
tell me he
bullshit.
getting better defensively. He's underrated defensively.
What?
Nah, yeah, I'm gonna laugh at you,
Okay,
bro.
okay,
I'm gonna
Seal.
laugh at
Okay,
you.
Mills,
Here's
you got
the
me.
key question. No, here's the key question. If David was still at 68, who would you pick in that fight? Billy or David?
It's
Oh,
a
I'm gonna
good
take Billy.
matchup.
I'm
I'm
gonna
gonna go.
take
Yeah,
Billy.
David, definitely.
I want to say Mobili. I want to say Mobili, but
Okay,
who you
still.
fight
Okay,
matters.
Mills.
I think,
Mills, you got me.
no, it ain't about getting motherfucker. I ain't tripping on that. I would probably pick. I don't know, man. I want to go with Mobili because I just think he's more nuanced in his pressure. But I think David is just slightly more proven. I want to see Mobili in another. I think Lester Martinez was a step up fight. I got to see him in a 12 rounder, and I got to see him with someone in there like Pacheco or.
Yeah, like
Uh,
Billy's a little green to full
hmm
on like support him in that fight. Yeah, because this is just a
Yeah, bro,
hypothetical.
that's what I'm saying.
hmm
He's been knocking out
Yeah.
French people with hands made out of croissants, bro. Like, come on, look at the one before that. Like, he
Bro.
dropped him
Nah, we
on the
not
Now,
first
doing that
round. Like,
though.
come on, man.
What he did.
Yeah.
We
damn.
not doing that. What he did to Sulecki, bro. Oh my lord, you dig? Like even how he was able
First
to deal with.
round, Mills. The first round, Mills. Come on, man.
Yeah, but I mean, man, he's a destructive puncher, man, and it takes somebody with durability to be able to deal with that. I'm just saying,
They don't
man.
got
I'm just.
tomato cans out there. They don't believe in
Sh-
tomato out there, so they got like French bread and shit like that. These
shout out,
niggas knocking out French
shout out
bread
to
left and
Domo.
right.
Domo says it's because he knows he's not good to light his own torch. I'm assuming he's talking about David Benavidez. That's why he keeps Canelo's
Facts.
name in his mouth. Is
That's a
that it?
Exactly.
fact.
Yep. Facts.
Facts,
That's a
bro. And
fact,
then
Bro,
there's
dog.
people saying he needs
Benavidez's
to pass the
entire
torch.
relevancy. Benavidez's entire relevancy to this sport today
Okay,
is because of
Nuke,
Canelo, bro.
That's
okay,
a fact.
Nuke,
That's a
you
fact.
know who passed the
No.
torch?
All
Yo,
right,
real
that's
talk.
Oscar
Real
De La
talk.
Hoya passed the torch. You know what
okay.
Floyd did?
That's
He
a
dropped the
stretch.
torch, and Canelo
And
Real
got the
talk.
dropping his
torch.
belt to go.
How Kiwi? How is that a reach?
It's a stretch because he's gone out there and he's fought plenty of contenders. He's fought other Don't shake your head at me.
Bro,
This is
come
what
on,
I'm.
no.
This is what I'm
Go
talking.
ahead. Go
This
ahead.
is what
Go
I'm
ahead.
No,
Go
talking.
no,
ahead. Go
This
Kiwi,
is what
you're
I'm
ahead.
talking.
right. Kiwi's right. But the problem is you're still using
Who the
Canelo's
fuck is
name
Kiwi?
when you're
David is
the
not a
entire
star.
reason
He's
for
not
you
even a
going up to
twinkle in the
75 was
sky.
because you said you're not gonna get the Canelo fight, that you're done with the Canelo fight, you're done talking about him. Well, motherfucker, it's been 2 years and you're still talking about him.
Like,
I
This is the
agree
thing
with
about
that.
dog.
David,
I
And
bro.
agree
not
with
even
that.
that. Let's take it here.
This
Let's
is
take
the
it
thing
here.
about
Let's
David,
take it
bro.
here.
They think the
168 pounds.
Mexican Cookie Monster is a star. He's not even a twinkle in the
He's
sky. He's
he's
Yeah.
not,
not.
bro.
He's
Go ahead,
not.
Bill.
Before y'all still hear me?
Yeah, yeah,
I'm
we
Yeah.
got you. We
Yeah.
all
got
right.
you.
Well, before Canelo moved up to 100, no, when Canelo moved up to 168 pounds, the narrative was he went up there because that's a weaker division. Nobody was thinking. Nobody thought shit about
Yep.
David at that time when Canelo had jumped up.
Actually, they said that he was actually running from Andrade. That's who it was
Exactly,
about back then.
Andre, Charlo. He ran from a stronger division to go up and conquer a weaker division. Now, fast forward a couple of years down the line after Canelo done got all the belts. Now we got to start praising David Benavidez, man. Like it's too many games, man, surrounding this dude.
Nope. David Benavidez stuck 168, and he dug them niggas at 175. He's a proven duck. He's a proven weight bully. Why are we talking about David?
Now
And
I ain't gonna say he
If,
don't make it.
if
I think
David
it's a fight he
David
can
ain't
win up
fighting
there.
for Ball
But
over
he's not
Turbiev,
gonna be
I
the
don't want
guy
to
to
hear
be
about David.
holding the torch.
but I
If he
will
Well,
say
fight
Mills.
Callum, if he fight Callum, because I think Joshua
Well,
Buatsi
yeah, Callum Smith, I'm good with Callum, but I'm just talking
or
about
even
of the top two niggas because everybody is rating him above Callum Smith.
that's a fact.
They
But I'm
just
saying like
overlooking Callum Smith.
they are. But like
well,
I wouldn't mind seeing him in there with Buatsi. I wouldn't mind seeing him in there with Hutchinson. I wouldn't mind seeing him in there with Dan Aziz. I wouldn't mind seeing him in there with Kataya, the dude who just lost to Morrell. I wouldn't mind seeing him in there with these dudes. It ain't got to be
Yeah,
just about Bavard and Better BM because I don't think he's on their level. I don't think he's
I don't
head and
either.
shoulders
I
above the
don't
rest of the
either, but these
competition.
guys do.
That's a fact. That's why
Funny
you got to
about these
ignore them
people.
motherfuckers.
I don't want
And
to see
Yeah,
the
it's
Buatsi
like,
fight.
Funny
listen,
people who
if
are
the
I
guy's
agree.
dumb.
this guy gonna say he
I
is, and he's knocking out these. See, the only thing David knocking at 175 is them Big Macs.
Oh,
You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
You
hold on.
know,
We're going to talk a little Callum Smith in a minute too. My brother Santiago Cervantes says, I guess Super Bud wasn't a myth. He's not a myth. Somebody get that man a cake.
Facts.
He's out here
You know what
saving
I'm
Nah, that's a
saying?
villagers,
fact.
That.
children,
Hey,
women,
he's super
fat
duper
bitches,
bud.
everything.
Cats out the
Yep.
tree, all that. You know what I'm saying?
And look,
Everything.
and
No,
look, you know
Bud,
what
but you
man,
makes
know
it
that's
so
what? What's
great?
serious,
funny
You
bro.
know
is
what makes
I
it so
remember.
great? Because if Canelo is as great as niggas think he is, I'm looking at Canelo right now as Lex Luthor. Bud is Superman, he's Super Bud, and I'm looking at Canelo as Lex Luthor. Nalo, where the fuck that kryptonite at?
You know
Where
what I'm
the
saying?
Yeah.
fuck is that kryptonite, Nalo?
He needs to shove it up Crawford's ass.
Oh, whoa.
Fucking real talk, dude.
Nah, bro.
Hold
Look,
on.
because what's funny about Park Shoe, you were saying how they overlook people like Callum Smith. The people who are overlooking Callum Smith are the same exact people who will suck off Andre Ward for winning the same fucking tournament.
Thank you.
Facts. Facts. Big
Thank you.
facts.
And there's,
That's a
Big
I
body
facts.
challenge,
bag.
I
Hey,
challenge
that's a
any.
body.
That's a fact. I said the same thing. That's a fact, straight up and down. There is nobody who would sit here who could tell me that Carl Froch is a more nuanced fighter than a Callum Smith. Dog, that dude was sloppy, horrible feet, robotic, no head movement. He was just a tough motherfucker. He was tough.
Well, can I
That's
push
true.
back on that?
Facts.
I agree. Carl Froch was very technically flawed, but he was more accomplished than Callum Smith. That's why people
Definitely,
rated him.
definitely. Definitely, he was. But even at that point in time, the British boxing scene was still. I think that's when it really started upping up his talent pool to where we got
Wait, so
to where
you
we
said
are here
Carl
and
Froch
now.
was more, you said he had more accolades than Callum Smith at that
He was,
time?
yeah, he was
Yes,
unified.
because he beat more world champions. He
Hmm.
reigned for longer. He did challenge himself more. Now Smith proved me wrong against Boazzi, so that's a better win, no doubt. That win has aged very well for Canelo, but Carl Froch was still a bigger win as far as accolades go.
Hmm.
Let me get this one real quick.
Okay.
AJA says Canelo is burnt out, Vatos. And the one thing I will say, in my opinion, I don't think Canelo's burnt out because he lost to Terrence Crawford. I didn't think he was burnt out before. I did make a video, and I think this was round 105, take out of context. Oh, you said he was declining. I did say he was declining, but I didn't say he was burnt out. I didn't say he was washed, and I didn't say he couldn't win. If I felt like he was completely washed or burnt out, I would have never picked him to win the fight. And so, respect to Canelo, I think that it was a stylistic nightmare for him in that fight.
Hmm.
And Bud Crawford, and all the questions that I had about Bud going into the fight. Can his power keep Canelo honest? Can his chin hold up? Will he get tired? He answered every question and fought a perfect fight. I mean, I'm
Hmm.
sorry. He's just stylistically a nightmare for this man. I don't think Canelo's burnt out.
I
That's
think
why I
honestly
think,
though, but well, you know
but
what I think is a
partially, I
little
think he should run that
disingenuous.
shit back.
No, because
Absolutely.
what I think is disingenuous about this run for Crawford is that you dominated Canelo. We can all agree he dominated Canelo. Why are you talking about going back down in weight then?
Hmm.
He doesn't
I don't
want
Damn.
that
understand that.
I
risk
think he
because he
just wants to
doesn't want
challenge
that
himself.
risk. He
I,
He
doesn't
wants to
want
I,
the
challenge
I
risk.
himself.
told y'all he was a weight bully.
He
No, he
doesn't
wants
want
to.
the risk.
Oh shit.
Because I mean,
Mills,
shit,
Mills,
you
hold on,
dominated,
Come
Mills.
you
on,
fucking
Hold
man.
on, Mills. That's
dominated,
a damn
schooled.
good question. Hold on, Mills. Bomac said he should have been at 68 years ago. He went in there and slayed the giant. Why
And
you
now he
got to
doesn't want
move
to
down,
stay.
bruh?
Why not?
Because
Why doesn't he want to stay?
the
No,
thing,
and then
to
all
address,
these same exact people. I got screenshots of these motherfuckers. The same people who are talking about, oh, Canelo's been ducking David for 3 years, 4 years. He's been ducking David since he was fucking born. Well, these are the same exact people who are now saying, well, Crawford should do whatever he wants now. He won. He
Mhm.
can be able to
You
fight
see the
whoever he
double
wants.
standard?
Bro, get that
The
fucking
double
dick out your
standard?
mouth.
Come on, Mills. Explain to me why it's okay for Bud to move. I never thought about it. I never thought about it in this way. That's a very astute point. Can you break it down? Why is Bud deciding to move down when he should have been at 68 and he just dominated the king? Why not stay and just fight?
He shouldn't have been at 168, man. The thing is,
Oh,
he had a full year to
Bullshit.
come on, Mills.
Bullshit.
Come
he had a
on,
full year
You
Mills.
he had
can't
a
do that.
full year to put on that
Two
weight,
Nah,
man.
things
nah,
can be
And
nah,
true at the
or it
same
nah.
will,
time, man.
or it won't.
Nah,
No, I'm
nah.
gonna be
Come on, Mills.
So what?
I'm gonna be
Another year to
ambiguous
take
in
it
this.
back.
I'm gonna be ambiguous. I see y'all got a point. You dig what I'm saying? Y'all definitely got a point. Y'all do. I'm not gonna sit here and say y'all wrong as two left feet. I get it. Y'all got a point. But he did the smart thing and shit. Even Ashley was right in this regard. He spent the whole year putting that weight on. That was the smart thing for him to do. I can't be mad at that. I can't be mad at that, man. And
Take a
as
year
far
to
as
or what?
I didn't hear you. You broke up, bro.
Is it gonna take a year to take it all back off now or what? I mean, come on now.
Y'all got a point. Listen, y'all got a point, man. I think as far as him going down, it's like I think he just wants to challenge himself, man. Like, yo, all right, cool, I did it here. Let me go do it. Let me go undisputed down here. I'm not mad at
No,
it.
you challenge
Nah,
yourself.
challenge
No,
yourself
no, no,
to
no,
go
no, no,
beat
no, no, no,
Bivol.
no,
What
no,
do you
Mills.
mean?
Nah, Mills, you challenge
I
yourself by going up, not by
I
going
feel
down.
that. I feel. Hey, man. Hey, man.
All right, so
Usyk
who at
said he was going to.
160? No, fuck all of y'all. Who at 160 is more of a challenge than Canelo at 68?
But I think the style
Benavidez.
clash. I think with someone
I
like a
was getting ready to
Benavidez,
say styles make a
the
difference. I
style
think that a
clash.
fight with Eris
Clearly
Lang gets
Benavidez.
hard. I think that a fight where Eris
Nah,
Lang gets hard.
No, Lara's
Nah,
too
With
old,
bro.
bro.
Crawford,
He's
Lara's
old as
old. He's
fuck.
Lara gonna
washed.
get his ass
Bro,
beat.
Lara 147 years old.
yes. So what?
Come
He's a
on
world
now.
champion,
He's like 2 years
and
Well,
he's
older than
knocked out
Crawford.
every
wait,
dude he fought at
hold on,
160. What are you
hold
talking
on.
about?
We're missing one point. Real Talk made a very good point. We're missing a point. When Canelo challenged himself at 75, he went back down and then he came back. I mean, he took another challenge. The challenge is at 75. It's outside of your normal range. Can Bud give us another fight here at
but
68?
But I mean, I think the only fight that he should take, no, I won't say that. I think, depending on I think he wants to go 4 times undisputed. Nobody was expecting him to jump up to 168. That was already a stretch. So
He
to
should be
ask him to
5
jump,
times undisputed, Mills.
so to jump up to 175, I think that is like, yo, y'all are asking entirely too
No, no,
much.
no, no. We're not asking him to
No, no,
jump to
no.
70. No. We're not saying that. We're talking about at 68. So remember the winner of this fight was supposed to face Hamza Shiraz. Can we get a
Hmm
Bud versus
I'm
Shiraz if
Canelo,
he don't
baby.
fight Canelo?
I have no problem with that. I have no
I don't,
problem
I
with
don't,
that.
I don't have an issue with that either.
I
I
think
think he
it'd be a
beats
great
Canelo
Shiraz.
take a year
if
off
the
to Bud
Canelo
King,
fight
versus
don't work.
you are
That's
Shiraz.
a
the
great
king.
scrap.
You're the king at 168 now. Take everyone on.
Yeah, he could take him Billy too.
Or you could, I think, because Bernie, he on his live last week, he said they taking a rematch. He did say that. I heard him say that. He said we taking a rematch
I
and we
think,
gonna stop
yeah,
him.
no,
I don't
I
know if
think the rematch happens. I agree.
because it's too much money. Like I
Yeah,
think they
baby.
like, no man, let's get this show. I want to set my team up, because we don't know when the next fighter up out of Omaha is coming up out of here. So I want to set my team up, make sure y'all, even though they doing their thing in the amateurs and they still got Lester, but Lester is still a ways off from being like a household name. But it's like let me set my team up, and I think the biggest money fight is a rematch with, if he decide, like, Canelo don't deserve no rematch if we being real. He got completely
Yeah,
dominated and
that's what I said. He
outclassed.
needs a year off, and then he could get a
That
rematch.
doesn't help.
Hold on. One
No,
second. Hold on. One
Bro,
second.
but
One second.
Mills,
What? Hold on. I just want to hear what Mills said. You said Canelo doesn't deserve a rematch.
no.
I'm gonna tell you
but
why he does deserve a rematch, and it's not based on what he did in the ring. It's based on the fact that he gave Bud an opportunity. He gave Bud an opportunity in a weight class that
and he
Bud was.
defended him.
But Bud had never fought at 68. He was far away from it, and Canelo could have picked anybody. So I think that the honorable thing to do is definitely give him his get back. And if you can beat him once, you can do it again. That's why I think Canelo deserves the opportunity to get back, because if somebody gives you a big opportunity like that, it'd be kind of fucked up not to let him run it back. Like they similar to the Spence thing. Spence could have got his rematch. He chose not to get it. That's on Spence. That's what I'm saying. I think Canelo, when somebody gives you that golden ticket, because remember, Bud basically begged for it. He said he was going to retire if he didn't get it. I don't know if any of
Yeah,
y'all
low
remember
key.
this.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
And so, I mean, Canelo could have said, nah, I don't give a fuck. I'm going to fight Jake Paul. Fuck giving him a chance. He didn't do that. And then he fought William Skull and got the other belt back. So, yes, I think that's why he deserves an opportunity to always get back, in
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
and
my
then you gotta
opinion.
you gotta picture in all the work Canelo put in. You know, like Bud didn't go
Mm-hmm.
up there and unify in 11 months and stay undefeated at that weight
That's
and
what I
hold
was
on to
saying. He
his
needs a year
titles.
off.
You know what I'm saying? Like Canelo at the very least did all that work. He held on to that position, and Crawford took it. I mean, the honorable thing is like, look, bro, I took this shit from you. Let me see if you can get it back now.
Mm-hmm. I agree. I agree.
The thing
But
is,
but
he
and then but
defended
you
the
know what I
belts
think's gonna
to
happen
all
is
of them. So it's like,
I think
yes.
Crawford's gonna get the lion's share this time. He's gonna get the lion's share of the money this time.
Mm-hmm.
He deserves it.
Who would y'all
But
have in
this is what I'm
Shiraz
saying,
versus
and I don't know
Bud?
why you guys don't think about it. But like Canelo does need a year off. Like when was the last time he fought
No, he
no,
doesn't need
no,
a year
bro.
off.
That'd be a
No,
mistake,
bro.
bro. That'd be a mistake.
No,
He's
that's not
already at the
good.
tail end of
I
his
mean, yeah,
career.
stay in the
Why would he
gym,
take a
but
year
like
off?
don't fight. Like don't take a fight for like a year. Like because this is a guy who had look how long he took them belts, bro. He took 11 months to get all them
Dog,
belts, bro. Look at most
Doggy.
people. They taking more
No, I
shots.
just don't
Like
see the tactical advantage in that, though. I don't
it's
see the
not a
tactical
tag.
It's
advantage.
none.
You
No,
remind
no,
me
no.
from Adam Shit.
Mills, break it. Hold on, hold on. I want Mills to break this down because Bud taking a year off is very different for Canelo taking it. Mills, can you explain to my brother real quick what you see in here?
Canelo was already at the tail end of his career, dog. Why would you take a year off? You'll be a year older by the time you come back. You'll be a lot. And you're already. We all
Yeah,
acknowledge that he
but
was.
it does seem
Hold
a
on,
lot
hold
of
on, hold
people
on,
who
hold on, hold on, hold on. We had already acknowledged that he was on some sort of a decline before going into the Bud fight. We've already acknowledged that. That ain't the. I don't think that's necessarily the reason he lost. But we did see a decline. We did see a decline. So you're asking the dude to take a whole another year off after you've already been declined just for you to
another
go and
year
get
off. He
rust on
hasn't
your
had a
fucking
year
skill
off,
set, bro.
bro.
That's
That's the
not
thing.
logical.
But
That's
that's the
not.
thing.
That's
He hasn't had a year off. Like he's been fighting year after year after year, bro. Like
yes. That's he's a professional fighter. He's
yeah, but
supposed to
that's
do
the
that.
thing. We've seen Bud take a year off after one fight and then another one, and we've seen what that could do too. Like clearly,
Bud
like
isn't the face of the sport. Bud doesn't command the. Well, at least he hasn't. He wasn't. He hasn't been the face of the sport for
I
the
mean,
past
look
10
at
years.
Floyd too. He
But
was
Bud.
hold on,
doing
hold on.
Bud
stuff.
doesn't
But
command.
it's also different. It's also different. Round one, Bud and Canelo has been fighting different type of opposition, and two, Bud's body is different from Canelo's. When you look at Canelo's body, he's not the kind of he has a lot of miles. Bud has preserved himself by fighting once a year.
Mhm.
Like it's some people it helps rather than it hurts.
And you got to take into
Well, we haven't seen
consideration
it
that
from
he has carried.
Canelo. Like,
He's carried the sport. He's garnered the most money. It's like what
but
Kawhi
Floyd
Leonard
did
take.
the
I
same
don't.
thing, and he took a year
No,
off.
no. Floyd would retire, dog. Floyd would unofficially retire, man, or serve jail time or whatever the case may be. That it's not the same.
Nah,
It's
he was
not the
gonna go
same.
fight.
So what?
Nah, Floyd was trying to fight Big Show.
That's the thing. But look,
Oh,
yes,
he was trying to
exactly. But
fight
this is
Big
the thing.
Show.
Like we've seen some fighters. Like I'm saying, yes, Canelo does have a lot of miles on him, and I'm just saying maybe he does need to take a year off. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
No,
It's
and
not
even
the
when
No,
same.
see,
But
look,
he
the
was
reason
gonna
why
fight
that's
Big
not a
Show on
good
like what
idea.
08, like 07, 08.
No, listen, look, the reason why that's not a good idea is because a body in motion will stay in motion, whereas a body at rest will want to stay at rest. So if Canelo goes from staying in motion all these
I
years
mean, look,
consistently and
Crawford
then
was
takes a
still
year off,
working out
his
and stuff.
body might not want to get back up.
And if I'm
I'm just
like
saying.
I don't know if I'm wrong, but I could have swore I seen the dude is already back in the gym.
That's
Who,
the thing,
Canelo?
though. But that's the thing, though.
Yeah.
He shouldn't fight like somebody for a whole year. Just
My
go to the
God,
gym. Go to different
panel.
gyms.
What's good, panel?
Go to Boost
One,
and
I'm
train.
Carlos
not going
Supreme?
to see a Canelo fight. I do not want to see it with Terrence Crawford at all, unless he has a new fucking trainer. Y'all gotta wisen up, bro.
I
This
agree. I
man
Big
had
agree.
not
facts,
listen
Coach
to me,
Cream.
bro. I don't care if they were together for 20 years, bro. You heard? You can see the man didn't have nothing for him. Canelo was lost. Well, I know y'all saw the same fight I saw when he was there. Already Manuso was like this. He got underlip abajo, like down. What the fuck are you doing, bro? You telling him to go scratch the plan. Go out there and say, Canelo, you know what? This shit's not working what I did. I need you to go out there and just throw jabs. 1-2 pivot 3-4. 1-2 pivot 3-4. He's right there for the 1-2 pivot 3-4 all night long. Yo, jab, 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 jab. I don't want to see it unless he get like a Ronnie Shields,
Facts.
unless he get like a Salas, unless he get like a somebody else, like another one. I do not want to see it. If it's Ray Venuso, I'm not gonna see it. I'm not gonna bet on it. I'll just look at it in highlights on YouTube. I'm
I would
keeping
say
funky.
bring in Ishmael as a as a second in command or whatever.
Whoever
But
you want.
you
Eddie need
know,
to go back down. Eddie need to sit this one out. He
Hold
needs to
on,
sit
Preem.
this one out.
Hold on, Preem. What do you think about the advice that some people are giving Canelo to take a year off?
No, you can't do that to this man, bro. You crazy?
My
You give this
God,
man
y'all
you give this man a
tripping.
year off. It's over. He'll come back the
They
year
told him
talking
to give
about
him the Bud diet.
he come back the next year talking about sorry, I'm gonna retire. It's gonna be a wrap. You give him a year off, it's over, bro.
Well,
it's a
yeah,
You
but
can't
wrap.
do
the
that. You gotta
thing
keep
is,
him
it
hot. You gotta keep
does,
him
but
hot.
Talking
Bud might
facts.
not be there, so
Bro,
Bud might
You
be
got him hot.
somewhere
You gotta
else.
keep him
So
hot. This ain't Bud Crawford.
I guess
Canelo's a
you're right.
different fighter. He always stays more active. He gotta be active. You
Hmm.
can't give this man a year off.
You're
You
crazy. That's
can't.
But
crazy.
not take a fight. He could be training with boot centers for a whole year, but not take a fight. Shit like that. Like he gotta be.
Nah, man, forget it, man.
No.
Not
Listen,
It's
take a
different.
Crawford,
fight.
listen,
It's different.
Crawford is Crawford. Canelo is Canelo. Crawford fights once a year. Canelo fights about 2 or 3 times in the year. So that's the difference between them. He's a busier man. He got to stay busy. This is who he is. He's a busy guy. You can't give him a year off. That's crazy. That's like
You
saying
can't.
Crawford, now you got to fight 3 times in the year. You know what I mean? That's crazy. It's not
That's
gonna
like
happen.
trying to take a fat bitch Twinkies and giving her carrots.
Yo,
She
that's
ain't been eating
crazy, yo.
carrots her whole life.
I mean, we've just seen Canelo be like I mean, bro, fighting all the time, bro. And it's like, yeah, this could be
Yes.
his fault, his
Yeah,
downfall if
bro.
he's
Hey,
fighting
hey,
too
round
much.
one. What city? Round one. You still in LA?
Yeah.
All right, cool. That's literally equivalent to when Kawhi Leonard, when he's been as long as he's been a Clipper.
Yeah.
People are complaining about the amount of time that he spends on the bench talking about load management, bro. No, we paying money to come and see you play. If you can play, get your ass out there and play if you ain't injured. You don't get to
Exactly.
just ride the,
That's the
don't
thing
ride
though.
the
I'm not a
pine wood. Don't
Clippers
ride
fan.
the pine wood because you want to preserve your body for the playoffs. No, we ain't trying to hear none of that, dog. We paying
But
big
that's
money.
different, bro. We can't
It's
look,
not.
look.
It's
I mean,
it's,
yeah,
it's
Listen,
you know
literally
what? Yeah,
not. It's the
you're
same
right. You're
thing.
right. You're
it's the
right.
same
You're
thing.
right.
If I don't see
Hold
it,
on,
round one.
you're
Hold
right.
on, round one.
You're right.
Maybe Mills didn't say this part. The playoffs are here. This is the finals. It's
Exactly.
happening now.
yeah,
Exactly.
it's now.
Every fight is the
Hey, he
playoffs,
don't have
dog.
the belts. He
Championship
don't
fights are the
got the rings.
playoffs.
He got the
Round
season.
one. Round one. Fuck that round one. It's win or go home. That's what we at right now. It's win or go home. That's what it is. Hold on. Let
Hey,
me get
that's
this
what I'm
comment
saying.
out.
Go home for a year and then come
No,
back for a
fuck that.
win.
No, man. Hold
Hell
on, man.
no.
Man,
Hold
y'all
on.
tripping.
JMA says David gets tickled by Canelo, eats cinnamon sticks from his bottom up. That's why he can't get him out his mouth. Salute to my
Bottom
Oh
up.
my
brother.
god.
That's for Brim. Carlos Rio says Canelo loses again. He can't handle Terrence Crawford's style. I mean, and that could be the case. But just like me and Park Street say, you still got to get that get back. I'm not giving nobody no passes. JMA says test Park Street for roads. He got too much rage. I mean, look, Park Street got a lot of road rage. He'll pull somebody out the car and slap the shit out of him. That's the kind of guy this dude is, man.
Canelo loses because he doesn't got the physical capability to do what he needs to do against Crawford. That's why changing trainers isn't going to do that much.
Which is what I've been
Changing a
saying. God
trainer
damn it.
is
This is
gonna
what
do
the
a
fuck I
Help the
said.
lot.
No,
basics.
it's
He
That's
has to
not,
be
bro. He
he
doesn't
crazy,
have
has
the
to
my
get
Hold,
physical
hold, hold on. We're
ability.
going to discuss that. Let me finish this real quick, and then we'll get into that. Slow Mafia says Lamont versus Pitbull. Thoughts? Pitbull versus Tank. Real quick, anybody want to give me Lamont versus Pitbull? They're going to make that a pay-per-view to PBC. Lamont versus Pitbull seemed like a very terrible business strategy. Not sure what they're trying to do.
Yeah, Lamont fighting Pitbull.
You got Lamont, Preem?
La Cucaracha might pull it off.
La cucaracha. Yeah, I'm
Who you
going for
got,
him
real
too.
talk? Who you got in this one, real talk?
Bro, I think Cruz is just gonna be a little too brute force for him. I think Cruz will take it.
Edgar, who you got? Lamont, Pitbull.
Uh, uh,
Remember,
I'm gonna
styles
say,
make fights. Got Cucaracha.
yeah. Well, no, I'm gonna say 51% Pitbull might pull it off, only because Lamont, he's a come forward guy. I don't think he's gonna shy away, and he might not have enough pop to make Pitbull back off.
Mills, who you got? Roach, Pitbull. How do you see that playing out, Mills?
Man, I got Pitbull, bro. Unfortunately, I can't stand Pitbull, but he's gonna maul Lamont. People is acting like Lamont is super. Lamont is good. He's a good technician or whatever, man. But sometimes it takes more than that to get the job done, bro. Sometimes you just. I don't think he got what it takes to stand in front of no Pitbull.
I don't
Pitbull, I
understand
think
the
is
pay
going.
per
Can you
view.
justify?
I think Pitbull is going to outline him in chalk, dog.
I think
Can you
Pitbull's gonna get hit with so much hooks. It's
wait a
gonna be
minute?
crazy.
Can Mills? Can you justify the pay per view?
Fuck
No,
no. I thought it was gonna be a
Fuck
PBC.
no. Hey, Nuke. We gotta go ahead and Captain Hook that shit though. That's for
Yeah.
damn
Or you
sure.
just don't watch it. I'm not. Man, listen. I wouldn't stream it. Fuck
Listen,
out
there's
of
gonna be
here.
a lot of Bass Pro Shop in there.
Yeah.
Lamont
That's
Cucaracha
true.
gonna be giving him a lot of
Nah.
hooks. A lot of
That's a
hooks.
fact. That's a fact. That's a fact.
JMA says, "Come on, Mills. David leads face first."
He
I
does.
mean, that's what it is.
He
My
does.
brother
He
Nomad
does.
Stoma says, General Mills, congrats on the baby cereal. Why is it when Canelo is a champion, he got to fight everyone, including Hit Kid's chin? Now Bud gets a pass?
Yeah.
Answer that, Mills. They on your ass today, Mills. They on your ass
That's
Keep
today.
the
he
same
right.
energy. Keep the
He
Keep
same
the
right.
same
energy.
He
energy,
right.
Mills.
He right. He right, man. He right. He right. He right. I mean, y'all got a point. Y'all got a point.
Like I
I
said, Mills, we're all hypocrites in this life. It just matters of what the situation is.
Yeah, I
That's
mean, I
fair.
just think with him, just he went up there, he saw a dude that he could be, he can exploit his deficiencies, and it worked. And they just, they're equal height. He
Bro,
went up there,
all I
he
gotta say
executed
is,
that shit
man.
beautifully.
All I gotta say is, man. He needs a new coach, bro. I don't mean don't fire the other guy,
Hold
whatever.
on. We're about to get right into that. Let me read the last two. The dude
I'm
says Kiwi picked Buatsi to beat Smith. That was the night he went 0 for 7, right? He picked Josh Smith. He
Yeah.
oh
did not
Oh
answer
man,
yeah,
Care.
I remember that.
damn.
He
That's
is
what
the
Smith
kiss
got.
of death. And so yeah, if you
Who
don't
the fuck is
want to,
Kiwi?
He picked Josh Padley for real?
That's a
yeah,
fight
man.
sport
So
talk.
you
They call
can't
him
have
Kiwi.
him making no picks on your
Oh,
behalf.
okay.
Man.
Hell
Get
no.
your ass back up here, gang. You
And
gotta
then JMA says you can't teach an old dog new tricks. Salute to my brother JMA.
Thank you.
So go ahead, Preem. So Preem is saying
That's
he needs
not
a new
true.
coach. Everybody else is saying that you can't teach Canelo shit at this point.
You
What
can.
is it? Is it a style matchup or is it that he just can't physically do it? Edgar
No,
said he
no,
can't
no,
Listen,
physically
no,
I got
do
no,
a
it.
no.
boy
It's a
Preem
who
style.
said
I
It's a
got
he
a
style
needs
boy
a new
who won,
matchup.
and
coach.
I get
It's a style
$40 too.
matchup. It's not a physical thing. It's a style matchup, bro. It's a style matchup. That's it. And to be honest, I was looking at it. I see the way Crawford was fighting him on the inside. Crawford's feet was on the
mm-hmm.
outside, not in the inside, so he could be turned this way. So that's what I'm saying. A straight 1-2 pivot 3-4 would it hurt Crawford or make Crawford be like, wait a minute, I don't
Yeah,
belong
he
in
need to
here with
double
this
and triple
man.
up on that jab.
I don't belong in here
Yep.
with this man at all. You heard? Because the feet was outside. So if you 1-2 straight and then you pivot 3-4, you're gonna hurt the man. You're gonna hurt the man or push him back or make him think like, I don't even want to be there no more. You know what I'm saying? And
Fact.
if my man, listen, jabs, movement. Why you think European fighters give everybody a freaking hard time? Because they move, they throw jabs, and they always moving or they always pivot. You know what I'm saying? Pivot, angles. That's the only way you're gonna either beat Crawford
They're
or
always
give
engaged in the
Crawford
fight.
a
Yeah,
freaking
and
run for
Canelo
his
doesn't have the
money.
physical capability to move like a European fighter, bro. Just like
Bro,
Edgar, you
listen,
said it
that's
But he
best,
why it's
does
bro.
have,
called.
but,
His
but he
Listen,
legs
does
are
have the
gone.
listen,
ability to
His
listen.
have
legs are
That's why.
gone,
Listen,
bro.
guys. Come
he
on, man.
does
This is
have
why.
the
This is why it's
ability
called
to
boxing.
have an elite
Listen,
jab.
listen. It is called boxing, bro. It is called training. It is called training, bro. You empty out the cup that you got here. You leave it empty and let the other man pour the knowledge in your cup, bro. That's how it is. If you're a professional fighter, then you're gonna do exactly what the other
Supreme.
coach tell you to do. It's gonna be
Supreme.
different.
Yeah.
Listen, we
Bro.
gotta make him feel comfortable,
Preem.
but in an uncomfortable zone. You feel
Preem.
But
me?
he
But
Even if
Preem,
he can't do it to the level of a
You
Soviet
cannot
fighter,
turn.
he
You
has to
can't
do it to the
turn back
level of
the
his
I
hands of
promise you, if he
time.
was
capability.
to get another
You
coach,
can
listen, if
Preem.
he was to get another coach, I'll
It's
bet
not
5
gonna
bands
help.
on anybody. If he
No, it's
get
not.
another
Yeah,
coach on that.
I
It's
agree
not
with you.
gonna
I
help.
agree with you,
It's
Bree.
not gonna help, bro. It's not gonna help.
I
The
will bet
fucking
5 bands in Western Union into
ah,
anybody.
come on,
Damn.
Preem. It won't help, Preem.
Preem
The
stands on it.
fucking Preem. Time catches up with everybody, and
Oh,
we have
listen,
to
it's
face
not.
the
He's
facts,
35 years old.
bro.
He's
Bro,
been
But
you're
doing the
listen,
missing
same
the
process.
listen, Preem,
He's been
tempo.
doing the fighting
Preem.
style. Every look. I give you. Listen, I'll give you a
Listen,
great
Preem.
example.
The
Look at
skull
Rolly
fight.
Romero. I
The
gotta give
skull
you the
fight.
worst
Listen,
example ever. I got.
Preem. The skull fight
I
was the
got.
prelude. The
Yo,
skull
Edgar,
fight was the
I gotta
prelude
go
to
this
this,
route.
bro.
Mill don't like it when I go this route,
man,
but I
come
gotta go this
on,
route.
man.
Look at Rolly Romero, yo.
Oh,
How he got with Salas? He got with Salas, you know what I'm saying? And he went to fight Garcia. What was different of Rolly that y'all saw?
Bro, Ryan
God,
was shit that fight, bro.
No, I'm saying, but what was different? If you're a boxing person, if you're a coach, or you're a person from
Dude had
outside,
no
and
camp.
he neutralized the left.
he right.
He neutralized the left with a jab. This bullshit jab. It was a bullshit jab to neutralize the left. So when the left come out, you're gonna get tapped with something. You heard? Hey yo, Clavo, I got you, bro. It's the only way I'm gonna explain it to them, yo. You know?
Bro,
But
look,
these
an
guys,
example. The
Preem,
example is
Preem,
Canelo
Preem.
against Triple G in the
Poppy,
first fight. he fought the wrong fight, but he came back
Listen,
and beat him in the
if
rematch because he had
Canelo
the
wants
physical
it,
capability to do that, bro.
if he
He don't got
wants
the
it,
physical
if he
capability to beat
every man,
Crawford,
yo,
and he doesn't
every
need
man,
to fight like a Soviet.
every man could change, bro. Don't tell me no man could change. Every
It's his
man can
physical
change.
capability, bro. What
Forget
are you
about
not
physical
listening
capability.
to?
Listen, no,
He
bro.
don't
He
got
got
that physical
exactly
capability.
the
His
right
legs are
tools.
gone,
He
bro. That's why
needs
he
a
can't move
new.
the way he
He
used
needs
to.
a new
Hold on.
a new style.
Let me add another voice in this. Hamed, is Canelo's legs physically gone, or is this a style
Stop
issue?
physically gone.
I think it's a style issue. Look, I don't think Aleppo
No, it's
changes his
not, bro.
spots.
What the
I
fuck?
think hold up. I don't think Canelo fought a bad fight for the first 6 rounds. That was a close fight. I thought, like, it's a competitive fight. But I just think it's a style issue. And yeah, his legs have slowed down. But I was saying that before the fight. Why did it take
Oh
like a
my
lot of you
god.
guys to realize this after the fight? I said this before, before the skull fight. I thought his legs had slowed down. But look, I think it's a bit too late to change a lot of things. Like Canelo has always had an issue with this style because of his feet, and
Exactly.
Crawford is a better fighter than guys like William Skull and Jaime Munguia. So I think it's a bit too late. But if they want to have a rematch, they can have a rematch. I just don't think it'll go well for
Listen,
Canelo.
Hold
listen.
on
I'm a
1 second. I got 1 second for. I got one question for Hamed real quick, Hamed, because since you said that, I just want to know this. Would you like Bud to stay at 68 and fight Shiraz and those other guys there?
I would like to see him win a middleweight title or have the rematch with Canelo. The reason I
I
say
know,
that,
but just let me ask you a question. But let's say the rematch doesn't happen. Would you be open to Bud Crawford fighting Shiraz? Is that a fight that you'd be happy for him to take?
I would rather see him fight Janibek because if he beats Shiraz, what does that even do? Like I don't even know if Shiraz would beat.
I think
Like
Shiraz is a
hold on,
harder
hold on,
fight than
hold on,
Janibek. He's bigger and longer,
hold on.
way
What
bigger than
does
Crawford.
but what does that do though? Shiraz is not a champion, and I am actually a fan of Shiraz, but I think beating Janibek would get him a middleweight, was the unified title, and become a 6-weight champion.
Why can't he do that at 175?
Yeah,
Why
I
does he
think
gotta go
I
down to be
Benavidez
hold
better
on.
60?
fight.
What? Wait, when Canelo won the light heavyweight title, he moved back down. Like I don't see what the problem is. Like
So Crawford's not Canelo.
no,
I
but
think
what?
what they're saying. I think what they're saying, Hamed, is that Bud Crawford's coach said that Bud should have been at 68 a long time ago, implying that this is Bud's natural weight where he should be competing. So what's the issue with Bud competing
Did
at his
he
natural
did
weight?
he did he say 68 or 60? Because
He said
He
I
said
68.
remember
68. He said
I
68.
remember I remember he
He
said
said 68.
in the haircut when he was having the haircut, he was saying he should have moved up. That's all I heard. Like I don't know
Yeah,
about
Well,
the
yeah. He
he
said he
movement.
just
should
we
have
just
been at
told you
this
what he
weight
said.
at 68 a long time ago.
But I would have liked to have seen him fight a middleweight, and even before this fight.
Okay,
That's
but
what
that's not the question being
I know,
posed to
but
you.
the question we're
I told
posing
y'all
is:
Bud
are
was
you
a weight
okay
bully.
with
I
Bud
Bro,
Crawford
this guy's
competing
talking
at
like a
super
fucking
middleweight?
politician. Answer
I
the
would.
question.
They stripped him for his belt, so he's gonna either have to stay at 168 or 160. They stripped him for his
I would
belt
like to
anyways,
see him
bro.
fight the middleweight because I think that division is dead,
So
and I like.
it's just clear that you don't want him to fight at 68 unless it's Canelo.
That's a dead division though. When
Listen,
Canelo was
fuck it,
fighting,
let Bud fight
hold
David.
up, look,
Yeah,
hold
David
up.
said he could come back down. Let him
David
fight
just
him.
rejected. David
Nah,
just
fuck it,
rejected
let
the
Bud
fight.
come for 175.
Oh yeah, he could do that too.
Nah, man. Nah, y'all
Yeah,
crazy
why?
for
No,
that
Benavidez
one.
no.
beats
Hold
Crawford.
on. Why doesn't he just move
Man,
up to
listen, I've
cruiserweight
been
then?
telling y'all for almost a year now that Bud is a weight bully. I've been saying that for almost a
You
year
could
now.
say
Why?
that. You
Hold
could
on,
say that,
Ahmed.
but
Why are you advocating for Crawford to go down to a weaker division?
how is there a weaker division? I would say middleweight
It's
and super.
clearly weaker, bro. I don't
Sorry,
understand why
sorry.
you're playing
Only
stupid,
challenge
bro.
is
Hold on.
Janibek.
I thought you said junior middleweight.
No,
No, no. Yeah, you're
it's clearly a weaker division.
it is weaker, but look, Mayweather said he
That
was
makes it
gonna.
okay.
Mayweather was saying he would win a middleweight title. He
Nobody
never
gives
did
a
that.
fuck what Mayweather has to say.
Forget Mayweather, bro.
You're just mad because Canelo lost. I just want to
No,
see.
bro.
I just
Literally,
want to
bro.
see.
First of all,
Keeping
I
the same
no,
energy.
nigga. That has nothing
who
to do
No,
with
we
it.
need
This is
niggas
about
to
Crawford.
keep
This
the
has
same
nothing to do with
energy.
Canelo.
This
So
is the
we
Nigga,
same
take
ask.
my cock
MG.
out your
He
mouth.
just beat the best guy at the division. What else is there
Exactly.
to
So
do?
if he beat
Keep
the best
fighting
guy
the
at that
guy.
division, why is he going back
So
down?
so you guys think Hamza Shiraz is a better fighter than Canelo? Like
Don't know that yet. We don't
Younger,
know.
Absolutely
stronger,
not.
faster. That's what
no
it looks like.
I'll
I mean,
stand by
he
that.
knocked
Hell
out
no.
Berlanga earlier than Canelo knocked
And
him out.
I
So
Styles.
no, I don't think that's what they're saying, Hamed. I think what they're saying is just like you said, this was a style issue for for Canelo to beat Bud. He couldn't overcome that style issue. Let's see if Bud has any issues with different styles, since Canelo's had to face so many different styles.
I personally don't mind if he stays at super middleweight because he is the undisputed champion. But I personally would like to see him try and win a middleweight title, because I think that would be a historic accomplishment. Like in years to come, people are not going to remember he defended the title against a guy like Shiraz or Mabili or some of these guys. Like if he was to beat Janabek or Adames and become a champion,
I mean,
in
if
that
I go
division.
back to high school and I start knocking dudes out, it's an historical
Yeah, but
achievement. But it's
you're
not
just mad.
fucking.
You're just mad.
Come on now.
You're just mad Canelo lost to it. Like you gotta
Yeah, say it
let
again.
it go.
Maybe it'll
You gotta
matter,
let
bro.
it go. You
Nobody's
gotta let
talking
it
about
go.
Canelo. We're talking
You
about
gotta let
Crawford.
it go because
Hey,
everything
who do
is
y'all
coming back.
got between Bud
You
and
fucking
Shiraz if
bitch.
that fight happens?
So yeah, everybody, who do you
Keep
got
trying. Keep
against
trying.
Bud and Sherrod if it did happen?
I got
Who do you
Bud.
It
got?
Crawford
would
over
be an
everybody at this
interesting
point.
fight.
I think Bud would beat his ass.
I don't know
What,
about beat his
bro?
ass. I don't know
Shit's
about beat his
smoking
ass.
dick,
He's
bro.
gonna win, but I don't know about beat his ass.
I
Who
don't
do
know
you
who
got?
wins in that fight because people are forgetting that this dude Crawford isn't invisible and he struggled with Madrimov, bro.
Yeah,
The
I
two
did.
big,
I did
the
want to
two.
add
Listen,
that. I did want to add that point to the
Listen,
table. I
yeah,
say Bud Crawford is a great fighter, but he is beatable just like anybody else.
I have. I
exactly. No,
told
no.
y'all, European fighters.
The
I'm
two
telling y'all
elite
that.
fights that he has are against dudes that fought this. The thing is, when Canelo was in his prime, he was multidimensional. Now he doesn't have the physical capability to fight the way he used to. So now he's just very one-dimensional, and he fights very efficiently because he doesn't have the
Do you
energy he
think
used
that?
to have. That's the
Do
reason
you
why.
think that has
And
to do with the game plan as well?
yeah,
Because
no,
you
no,
can
listen.
have the tools, but if you don't have the game
No,
plan in order to utilize those tools, it can make
I
it seem
got
like
you.
you don't have
Bro,
those
the
tools.
man wasn't even
I
playing
think
his fucking
Canelo. I think
feet.
they had the right game plan. Canelo
They
just
ain't have
didn't
no
have the
right.
physical capability to
He
execute it
didn't
because
have
he was
no
just trying.
feet for
What
that
was the
fight.
thing?
He
Hold
was
on, hold
just
on, hold
trying
on,
to
hold
do
on,
what
hold
he did in
on.
It
majority
looked
of
like
his
Canelo
fights,
was
was
fighting
cut
on
off
his
the ring,
ankles.
Hold on,
hit
Green,
the
hold on,
body, break
Green.
him
Hold
down,
on,
and he
Green.
couldn't cut off the ring because he
What
doesn't
was
got
the
the
game
defense
plan?
to do that.
What was the game plan going in
Oh
this
my
fight for
God,
Canelo?
bro. I already
No,
know the game plan.
Hold on, Green, hold on, Green. What was the game plan from Reynoso?
Most of Canelo's game plans for all of his fights is to cut off the
No,
ring,
that's not what
break
I
down the
asked you.
fight.
I asked you what was his game plan for this fight.
It
What
seemed
was
like it was the
Reynoso's
same
game
thing. He
plan
was
for
trying to
this
cut
fight?
off the ring and he couldn't cut it off because he didn't have the defense, bro. That's all it was. During the whole fight, that's what I was waiting on for him to cut off the ring. He was trying
I
to,
was
but he
listening
couldn't
the
because Crawford
entire
was moving
time.
around. That's why he
Not
couldn't get
only do
Skull
I
out
know
of
a
there
little
because he
bit of
couldn't cut
Spanish,
off
but I
the
was listening
ring.
to the translator. He
So
wasn't
what are you
telling
saying?
him nothing that had anything to do with the plan the entire fight. The
Oh,
main thing he should have been
if you
telling
watch
him to
Canelo's
do
fights, he has
is
the same
double and
game plan
triple
for
up on
every
his
damn fight. It's
jab.
just different for every fighter, bro.
Bro,
Exactly. So
listen,
he should have been
listen,
telling
listen.
him, hey, you need to
Heart,
double and triple
heart,
up on your jab. You need to throw that right hand and you need to
Listen, no,
pivot
let
like
me go.
Green
Let me
was
go,
saying.
friend. Let me go.
Canelo
heart.
lost,
Go
Listen,
man. You
ahead,
guys
listen.
need to move
Canelo
on.
was
Just let
having
it go.
problem
The guy,
placing it.
the
Listen,
guy
at
lost
the
the fight.
beginning was good, but when he was trying to figure him out, the reason he did the stinky leg and all that, everybody saying, "Oh, he was fatigued." No, it's not. When you boxing in the ring and you're trying to figure something out, and you lose placement on your feet, you know what I mean? Because you're saying to yourself, "Damn, do I stand in or do I stand out?" Like I don't know what to do now. So at one point, it looked like he wanted to go in, but then he stepped back and he kind of like buckled a little bit because he didn't know whether he wanted to go inside or he wanted to go outside with it. You understand what I'm saying, right? So the same way Crawford was fighting, he was fighting with his foot outside. He wasn't fighting with his foot inside. Dumbasses. So that's what y'all gotta listen. Y'all gotta look
Cream,
at it. So Canelo was
cream.
just standing there. Canelo was just standing there. So it
Bro.
gave, listen, Canelo was just standing there and it gave Crawford the opportunity to put the foot in or to put the foot out. To step out, move a little bit, come back in because Canelo had, it looked like he just didn't know how to move his feet. That's what it was. It's not the hitting, it's not the pass. And he didn't come out with a jab. That was the
Cream,
worst game plan
cream. You're my
Eddie
Bro,
brother,
the
bro.
skull
Reynoso has
fight.
ever had in
Cream,
his
you're
What
my
about the
life.
brother.
skull fight?
Cream, you're
What
my
about the
brother. But
skull
it
fight?
boils down
I'm
to what I
sorry.
said. The
Matter of fact,
legs
let's
are
get Bomac to train
the legs
Canelo.
are gone, bro. You
We'll get
can't
Bomac
fucking
to
do
train
anything when
Canelo.
your legs are gone.
Bro, his
When
leg
your
wasn't
legs,
gone
Yes,
when he was
thank you,
fucking
He
running
was
bro.
after
missing shots.
William
So why?
Skull for like 12
bro.
rounds
Wait,
almost.
wait,
It's like,
wait.
bro,
Hold on, everybody. Hold
when
on.
your
One sec.
wide
One sec.
receiver or running back
Let
can't
me ask you
fucking run
something.
the 40-yard dash
Yo,
when they did at the rookie camp after
Edgar.
5 years, he's
All
not
right,
gonna get the
all right,
ball like that
all
no
right,
more.
Edgar. So did he run that? Did he
Bud
look like his
wasn't even
legs was
running
gone?
for you to say he
Can I
had
ask you a
foot
question?
problems.
Can I ask you a question? When he fought William Skull, how long that fight lasted? Was it the whole 12 rounds?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, was he chasing him those whole 12 rounds?
No,
Yeah, but
because it
he
was
would
a
back up
prelude.
every single
No,
time,
because
Was
stole
he
it,
chasing
stole
him
the
those
ring,
12
bro.
rounds
no,
and
Preem,
getting those body
You
shots,
can't
even
cut
though it
off
was
the
the
ring
lowest?
Preem,
But
and go at the
I'm
pace
asking
he
Preem,
y'all a
used
question.
to.
I'm
Preem.
asking y'all.
Oh my
Listen,
gosh,
it's a
dude.
simple question.
He
Did he
wasn't
chase him?
chasing him the entire fight, but he was engaging him the entire fight, and there's a
Okay, but
difference.
listen,
Exactly.
was his legs tired?
Yeah, bro,
No,
he
You could
was.
probably say he
He looked
was
like he
because
was
he wasn't
fighting
chasing
after
him like
the
that the whole
fight.
fight.
He was fucking chasing this
Bro,
man
y'all
throughout the
fucking arguing
goddamn
like a
ground.
defective
Oh, he
family while Mills
wasn't,
over here
bro.
trying to cradle his baby
Bro,
to sleep.
Let me
the
answer
skull
one
fight was a
question from Park
prelude.
Street. Park Street made a good point. He said something about the game plan. The interesting thing is, it looks like I don't know what caused this, but one thing that Canelo was trying to do looks like he was trying to land a big shot the whole damn time.
Yeah. What kind
But
of
he
game plan
Bro,
is
Mills,
that?
show us your hard work, bro.
1, 2, 3. That was the game plan. Y'all gotta listen. It was up body, center body, and then up. It didn't work. It
and
didn't work.
hold on, Preem. It didn't work
everything
because
started with the body,
hold on,
Breen.
Preem.
Everything
Hold on,
started with the
Preem.
body.
Hold on, Preem. It didn't work because he never set it up with anything prior to that. He didn't have no jab to work off
Exactly. He had
nothing.
no jab. He had no feint, no head movements, no nada. Like it was just there. He moved a
Listen,
Because it
I'm
little
wasn't
bit.
telling
The
nothing
you,
but
head moved
Breen,
a little bit even
capability.
there.
He
a
shows
couple
that in every
feints,
fight,
a
bro.
couple feints, and more jabs, and that fight would have been different.
It would have
A
been
couple more
different. It was
jabs, a
that.
couple feints, it would have been
Listen,
different.
like I said, and we got to also hold Canelo accountable to as far as
Thank you.
Eddie Reynoso. But Eddie, from sitting right there looking outside, he should have been on some shit because I would have spotted that quick. I would have been like, Canelo. I would have smacked him and said, Canelo, look at me. He's fighting with his foot on the outside. I need you to do a fucking 1-2 straight down, pivot 3-4, and then get away with jabs. I need you to go back in there and throw 1-2 straight down the pipes. Nothing but 1-2 straight down the pipes. All right, when he get close, then you pivot 3-4, pivot 3-4. You understand? That would have been just me, but that's just me of watching every different style, every different kid fighting, every fights I saw in my life. You know what I'm saying? I'm a great analyst. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to shit like that, I would have been on it, but already, Eddie was doing this, and you see it, and the TV like this.
So Supreme, you think so?
You know what I mean?
Think it was? Hey, so
That's
And,
you
and
what,
that's
think
the
yo.
point. That
you think? Hey, so
Canelo
do
has
you think
too
it's
much
just a game
respect for
plan,
Eddie
bro?
He
Reynoso.
needed his coach. The great
But
Canelo needed his coach
Bro,
that
y'all
day.
niggas making my ass itch.
It is.
but
To
this
get
is the
some
point because
preparation
Canelo
H,
has
nigga.
too much. He has too much respect for Reynoso, right?
Get some
Listen,
Shut up,
preparation
Preem.
H.
look,
Hey, yo, I'm
Canelo
being
has
honest,
too much
man. Listen,
respect for
did the great
Reynoso.
Canelo,
If
did the
Canelo's
great
in the
Canelo
ring,
say, well, what did Canelo say? He said, I was trying to figure him out. He needed, in other words, he didn't want to say Eddie Reynoso ain't know what the fuck to do. You know what I mean? He took all the blame for himself. But even as a great fighter, the best fighter always needs his coach when he's in trouble, B. You
yeah,
always need your
exactly. And
coach.
that's another thing. Hold on, to add a caveat, Canelo has too much respect for Reynoso to go against him. So
To throw
even
him
if
under the bus.
he didn't have a game plan, Canelo's not going to say, "Hey, listen, I got to do something my way. I got to do it my way. I
If you
can't.
watch all of his
You're
fights, he
not
pretty
giving
much
me
has
what
the
I
same
need."
game plan,
But
bro.
I saw how they were
I don't know
practicing, and
about
it was the
y'all.
same 1, 2, 3.
I
You know
didn't
what I
see
mean?
no game plan. I didn't
No,
see
see, I
no
don't know about
everything
I
that
y'all,
you
saw
but
I
saying,
saw a
Bree.
game plan
I
because
said the
bro, I
same
saw a
exact
game
thing,
plan.
and
He
I
just
didn't see
couldn't
none of that.
execute it.
no, see,
I'm
I
just
personally think
realistic.
Park Street
I'm a
needs to get
realistic. I don't live
Canelo
in a
trademark.
fantasy world where you see that Tom don't catch Jerry. That's bullshit. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, Coach
I don't live in
Mills,
that
What are you
fantasy
you
world.
know what I
exaggerating?
Hey,
said.
this is the
Canelo
real
is bro,
world.
he slowed down massive, bro. If
The
y'all
jab
watch
was going to
all of
be
Canelo's
Canelo's
past
number
fights,
one
the dude's legs are gone,
asset in
his
this fight.
defense are gone, his reflexes are gone, he's
Hold on.
slower.
Hold on.
That's why.
Let me get an unbiased source. Let me get an unbiased source. Let me go to Coach Mills. Coach Mills, did he slow down or was it the
That
skills?
nigga so
Unbiased coach.
unbiased.
Unbiased. Did he slow down or was it just the style, Mills?
We already acknowledged that we saw some signs of slippage before the fight,
A
but I
lot.
do think I don't know about. I won't say a lot. I won't say a lot because
Oh my.
that will completely discredit Bud from this win. A lot of it was the style clash, and
Yeah,
me personally, he should have kept that muscle on, man. I think he went in there with the wrong game plan, showing that he can outspeed Bud and he can out counter him
I
in the
agree with
middle of
that.
the
I agree with
ring
that
and
completely.
chase him down and all. Like, nah, man. You've built up you built your reputation at 168 pounds as a seek and destroy type of fighter. You should have stuck to that game plan because he did not wear those shots well. And what Preem was saying,
facts.
it is a little bit of his feet. Not even a little bit. It's a lot of bit of his feet because, like he was saying with Bud using that lead foot positioning, man, he was restricting Canelo's movement. That is it. That's a part of the style clash right there. But he's more intelligent on his feet. It's a lot of it's a lot of variables surrounding this fight, man. But I think a lot of it was the style clash. Slightly declined because we've already acknowledged that before he went into the fight. But a lot of it I think was due to the style
Not
clash.
slightly.
But we
Stop
gotta
that.
remember,
The
Bud
most
got like
irritating part
4
about all
coaches.
this
We can't forget
Thank
about
you,
that
Mr.
Bud
Thank you,
coaching
Mr.
team.
Mills, for clarifying and rectifying the situation that I was trying to
Mhm.
say.
Bud
Definitely.
got a
most
great coaching team.
all this shit is,
Canelo got
Bro,
one coach that he reached his pinnacle with, and Bud got a whole team.
But
So
we
that
can do
plays a
that.
big
We
factor
can
in
do
it
that
too.
though, man. We can't sit here and act like hey, no, so ain't like that. That's a damn good coach. But
I'm not
sometimes he
saying that
gets
he's not. I'm not
outgunned.
saying that he's
Sometimes
not. But we clearly see that he did not have a game plan. And I've been saying this months ago that Canelo needs to add some arsenal to his team. I've been saying this.
And that's
I'm
and
on
that's a
live saying all this stuff.
that's a really good point. That's a really good point because it to me it wasn't so much the body mass or not. It's the tactics when you get in the fight. You knew Bud was going
Facts.
to come in there and try to jab your head off, just like everybody you lost to did, and you did nothing to basically take away his jab. You did not.
so
You
can I just
you
And I've
came with the
seen him
same
take away
predictable
that.
style that we've seen time and time again. You didn't even have a jab.
hey, so
We
Nuke,
already knew what
Nuke,
Canelo was going to do. He didn't set up any shots. He loaded up, and it was obvious what he was trying to do, and he got caught everywhere that was successful. And if he was fighting Shiraz, he probably would have won that fight.
what? All right, Nuke. Well, first of all, I just want to say shout out to you, Nuke, bro, because I've been watching you since I was in middle school, bro. So this is
Damn,
kind
man.
of
Damn, bro.
this
What
is
the
kind
fuck?
of
How old are
crazy,
you?
Man,
bro.
middle school?
What the
Yeah, when I
fuck?
was in eighth grade.
Hold on. No disrespect, Kool-Aid, man. I appreciate that, man. But is your mama thick or?
this
What?
dude right.
My bad, bro. No, keep going, bro. Keep going.
Hold that,
Keep
bro.
going,
How'd you
bro.
come up with that, bro? This is all right. Hey,
Hey.
so bro, yeah, I've been watching you for a minute, bro. What's it called? I'm not like too interactive when it comes to like comments and stuff like that, but like I'm not saying like I just watched you here and there. Like you're the dude that I go to for boxing. And you're the main reason why I learned to have an objective and unbiased stance when it comes to judging boxing, to where when it comes to a boxer, look at the context, who he's fought, and not to be biased or anything like that, bro. So just shout out to you. And
I
this
appreciate that,
is
man.
crazy, bro, because I've been watching
Nuke
you
is
for a
the
minute, bro. And I
on
remember
YouTube.
one of my comments got in one of your videos like in 2020. And I mean, am I like the OG here or not?
No, man, you like a fan. You're not an OG. Yeah, you must be the OG.
No, I'm talking about like, yeah, like, because I've been watching you since 2020, IBFP. So is anyone watching this dude?
Bro, so you in high school?
Huh? Oh, no,
You
it's my first year in college.
Your
oh
first year in college. God damn, God
Yeah.
bless you, bro.
But
Yeah,
hey,
Salute.
so hold
this
on, man.
dude,
First off, man, I appreciate that love, man. That's a lot, man. But back to the original question: is your mama thick?
Man, come
My
on,
bad, bro.
Nuke.
My bad, bro. You
I'm not
know
gonna
we
answer
tease
that.
you on here, man. We tease you, but for real, is she
I'd
thick?
like to know.
hey,
Crazy on this
hey,
channel.
so look, this is the thing, right? Because I know you guys keep saying Canelo didn't have no game plan. Look, the thing is, bro, is like I've been watching Canelo since 2019. Like at one point, he was the boxer I watched the most. If you watch all of his fights, he pretty much has the same game plan for every single fight. What that is use your reflexes, use your defense to cut off the ring. When you cut off the ring, that's when you get your shots off and you break your fighter down to where they get tired, they get slower, to where you set up the knockout. And so what I've noticed is since Canelo's getting older, he's getting more worn out, it's taking him slower for that process. Against Billy Joe Saunders, against Callum Smith, against all these fighters, the dude would start, he would start cutting off the ring within round 1, round 2. If you look at all these newer fights, the dude takes so long to cut off the ring now. And against Bud, it looked like he was trying to do that. But again, the dude, every single time Crawford threw, instead of him using his reflexes and staying right there, he starts to back up. And then he has to start all over. He goes again, he backs up, he has to start all over, and he just doesn't have the defense to keep moving while defending at the same time. And that's the reason why Crawford was able to beat this dude, because when I saw the Skull fight, I knew Canelo looked like super ass in that fight, but I was like, you know what, maybe it's he was fighting in Saudi Arabia, maybe he just didn't want to get, out of bed for this fight, like maybe it was just a bad performance. But seeing that Crawford fight, he did look a little bit better, but I can tell it's just the dude is just worn out, bro. Just like Edgar said, it's his legs, bro. His legs is the main thing that is gone, and that's the reason why he can't move the same way he used to be able to move, because it's all in the legs. And so when it comes to Canelo, Either he needs to, for me, either just retire or get the rematch with Bud Crawford. I don't think he wins the rematch, even if he switches to a new coach. Because again, I hope it's a game plan thing because I'm a fan of Canelo, but I think it's just a physical. I think it's a physical capability. So either get the rematch or retire. Because I think if he keeps fighting, he can lose a lot of these fights. Because another thing is his gas tank. We would see him gas at 175. We never saw him gas at 160, 168, and now he's gassing in these
a little
fights.
bit on Bivol.
So,
He definitely gassed
He
on
I
gassed
think
a
Bivol.
one thing
lot of bit.
is in the ring
No,
and
he
He
gassed
nobody
definitely
completely
gassed
out
on
at
Bivol.
75, but that was
think about
75.
this. Name
Yeah.
But
one.
no, I
I
just
do
meant to
want
say
to
he
say this.
gassed
Hold on
out. Yeah.
one second, fellas. One second. Let me read this. No Mas Tomas says, Gabby Fundura do Canelo voice payday. Salute to you, my brother OG No Mas Tomas. But this is a
Fact.
question that I seen here, man, that this is something that I said a long time ago. Harris X says, I actually think Bivol has a better chance of knocking out Benavidez than the other way around. This is something I said a long time ago. I just think that Dimitri Bivol has a great opportunity to stop David Benavidez. And I remember I said this and people were looking at me crazy. And I feel like he's going to hit David with shit that he's not going to see coming.
That's
Bro,
definitely
when you spin the bro, he wasn't moving like that in the rematch, dog. He pushed Better BF back.
Yeah, I was
Him
just gonna
knocking
say
out
that he hit
him
Benavidez a couple times and he put him on fucking oh
Hell
shit
yeah.
streak.
Seemed
Hell yeah. Hell
him,
yeah.
a little bit
Hell
eager
yeah.
for that rematch.
him knocking out David Benavidez ain't far fetched, dog. I don't think he will.
I don't see
I
it
think he'll
far
drop
fetched.
him, but it ain't far. I think he'll drop him. But I don't think
No,
he'll knock him
you know
out,
what
but
I
it ain't
think is
far fetched though.
likely outcome. I've been
I think that if he was to knock David out, I think it would be a TKO. I think that he would completely outbox David. I think that he would catch David. I think that he would catch David on his back foot. I think that he would bait David in, catch David coming in while Bivol's moving on his back foot with a right hand or one of those left hooks that he throw. And I think that he would just completely outbox David. I don't
yeah, I
Benavidez is
agree. I
going
agree.
I don't think
Benavidez
I
that
mean,
Benavidez
yeah.
no, because
Benavidez is going to
a
be
good test
stationary.
is the Zerto fight. Look what he did to Zerto, bro. He does Benavidez
Exactly.
worse.
He does him way worse.
Yeah, bro.
David Benavidez is going to be stationary in that fight, confused, and Bivol is going to dance on that dude. So he's not going to be on his front foot or his back foot. He's going to be square in the middle of the ring taking punishment while Bivol is doing
Yep.
ballerina dances around this dude. He's
And he's
he's
gonna
going
be
to
whooping his
stunt on
ass the
David
entire fight.
the
That
entire fight.
He
that's
gonna
if
whoop
the fight
David's ass
even
the entire
happens,
fight.
boys. That's if the fight even happens. Come on.
I think it'll happen. I think Benavidez will go for
Why
because
Well,
can't it
David
happen?
already ducked it. David
No,
already
because I
ducked it.
think Benavidez is in a corner now, though. I think Benavidez is
yeah,
in a corner now.
he's painted into a proverbial
Well,
corner
he's in
dog. Like
another
Yeah.
corner. David's already been in a few corners because we've already proven him to be a duck multiple other
Well, he's in the
times.
corner in a
So he's just
closet.
in another corner.
Yep.
Yeah,
You got him so screwed down.
he's bumping into
Bro,
walls right now.
Well,
You
bro,
know,
Peacock
I'm
cut him in the
excited
ring
for
right
off.
now
Nakatani
David's moving
versus
like
Inoue.
so what?
I'm hopeful for I'm looking forward to Nakatani Inoue.
Oh, that's gonna be a good
Oh, that'd
fucking
be a
fight,
good
bro.
fight.
That's gonna be a
That's
good
gonna be
fight.
that's gonna be
That's
fight of
gonna
the
be a
year.
good
He
fight.
said
Because
at
you know why?
126.
Yes.
Yo,
Fight of the
you
year.
saw my man. You
You,
see my man anyway called Nakatami out. Nakatami turned around, was
Was that
talking to him. They were talking
126?
to each other.
Where they fighting
It's
at?
crazy.
No,
No,
that's gonna
that's
be
they already did a
122.
face off and shit. Is that Caesar?
yeah.
Oh, 122?
That's at
My man
122.
Nakatami was
Yo,
right
yo, yo,
there
yo, yo.
Listen,
What's
watching
good?
I
What's
him.
bet
good?
you
What's
I
good?
bet you guys a fucking steak dinner. That's gonna be a good ass fight.
Oh, that
Hell
It
it
Can y'all
yeah,
will
will
hear
that's
be.
me?
gonna be a
Can
great
y'all hear
fight.
me?
Yeah,
Yeah, we hear
Hold,
you.
hold on one second, Caesar. I got you coming up. Let me just read these and we're good to go. The Gooch says Team Canelo's plan was to knock out Bud. It was a bad plan. Eddie Reynoso's job was to have plan A, B, and C. He didn't have a plan B or C. Too late to make a change. But that
Facts.
hits with the same point that me and Park Street said. You can't be an
Same
elite
thing I
coach
was
at
saying.
this level and don't have a plan B or C to
Exactly.
fall back on.
Exactly.
It just you didn't prepare your fighter for multiple situations. You prepared him for one, which makes no sense. That was a
Facts.
massive failure on Eddie Reynoso, and he's
Facts.
not now he's still an elite trainer. He's still all of that good stuff, but he fucked up big time in that.
See,
Nah,
what
The
I'm
you
next
know
saying
one
is
is
what?
true.
I gotta push back
hold
a
on
little bit on that, Goat.
one second. I'm gonna let you guys go. Jay says Rolly fought. I'm not even gonna say that, man. I can't read this one because that's gonna be crazy.
Rito?
I'll read
That's
it.
Yeah, I can't say that. I can't say.
man.
I can't say. The Gooch says Usyk is pound for pound number one, 2 to 6 inches shorter, reach 4 to 7 inches less, 16 to 55 pounds lighter, and 2 to 10 years older than Fury. Joshua Dubois always at a disadvantage. Now that's a good argument. The only
Facts.
caveat to that is you can make a argument that Canelo's better than Fury, Joshua, and Dubois. So you can. I see the disadvantages, but at the
Well,
same time, for Bud,
Nuke,
Canelo
if I
Alvarez
can, Nuke,
you could say he's a better fighter than all of those guys. So I
hold
can
on,
see
Nuke,
the
because
argument both
I
ways.
got a counter argument for that specific
I have no
argument.
problem with either guy being number one. By the way.
Mm-hmm.
No,
What's the
I
counter?
have a counter argument for that
Others
specific
are more
argument you just
dangerous.
made. Is that pound for pound was never about beating other
Heavyweight.
skilled fighters. It was about your skills being able to overcome size and weight. That's what pound for pound is, and that's what Usyk does. Is he uses his skills to overcome pounds and weight that his other opponents have.
Mm-hmm.
And Crawford said the only reason why he fought Canelo because he's not a big dude. He's pretty small for that division, and that's why they're able to
Exactly,
make that fight
because
more
Bud's a weight
realistic.
bully.
Yo,
Yes, bro.
Hey,
I mean,
listen, hey,
I highly
listen,
doubt.
hey,
I don't
listen.
think
Look at
Usyk
Luke.
is at 168.
Listen.
Fight, you finna mention that
I'm
every
about to
30
be out.
minutes.
Yo, listen, panel.
I gotta
I'm
keep the
about to
same
be out.
energy. I hate
Listen,
you. I gotta keep
panel,
the same energy.
I'm about to be out, so somebody's gonna get the B word for the day. All right, and the B word for today is my man William Skull. All right, talking about he would have beat Canelo, he would have done this and did that. Guess what? I'm out of here, panel. I love you, William Skull. You a bitch.
Oh, Preem.
Facts. That's
William
facts.
Skull, bro. He's
That's facts.
tripping,
Cold
bro.
I
Spring.
got two. I got two more. JMA says David is going to swerve toward the punches instead of against. My brother Harris. My brother Harris says I'm pretty sure Chris Algieri said in a podcast he heard from a few boxers who sparred both fighters that Bivol hits harder than David Benavidez. Now, and it's not even just that. You don't even have to be a massive puncher to stop somebody. But
You
I will
don't.
tell you this: I just think Bivol is a bad matchup for Benavidez, and he has a very good chance to stop this man.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Hey, I got a real question. Like this is gonna like kind of sound like a joke, but I'm actually curious. What do y'all think about Tang versus Jake Paul in that fat
Come on,
size
man.
event?
Man,
Like that
fuck
fat
that
size
Come
fight.
on, bro. Like
Bro,
that's not even
Hey,
a
no,
real
for
that's
fight.
real.
fucking
Who said
despicable.
who
Bro,
said
that dude's
come on
like
man
60
immediately,
pounds
bro?
heavier than Tang,
Tank is
bro.
a shark.
Which
Bro,
is what I
Tank
get
got
Tank
from
is
the
a
skills.
big
shark.
Hold on,
dude.
hold on.
Tank,
Don't
Wait,
bring
Tank
that
is a
bullshit
shark.
up. Tank got skills. We're not gonna bring that bullshit up.
And I say that respectfully, Tank. If you're listening, fuck you, respectfully.
I don't say that shit respectfully whatsoever.
Hey,
Real talk, you got to give people respect, Tank. Fuck you, respectfully.
I mean,
Now,
so
hold on. One thing I
Stupid
do want to
Nuke.
say this. I want to let El Caesar get his talking point on. But Jessica, she's always been on the show a long time. She's been here. Maybe since 2019, 2018. Kool-Aid.
Salute.
She's been rocking with me a long time. And she says IBFP. If Canelo went back at his natural weight at 160, he would be beating everyone. Then what would they say? I mean, do you guys have any
somebody said
comment for
he
that?
couldn't
Edgar,
go
do you
down to
got any comment for
160.
that?
I mean, I don't think I have to comment on that. I think the other guys have to comment on that. The guys that defend Bud going to 60 and 54 and fighting those guys.
Well, I mean, it's
Ahmed,
just
Ahmed.
the actual competition is at
Well,
168.
but
There's
it's
no
different
real.
though. But it's different though. Canelo actually campaigned and is moving back. Bud just went up for a money grab, so it's different. You can't really compare the two.
And also,
Yeah.
IBFP, just check how much videos and how consistent she's been with this channel, bro. Because I come to your channel every single day. Just because some person subscribed to your channel a long time ago and then stopped watching you don't mean much, bro.
Hey
No,
man,
I know, but
llores,
I'm just
way.
saying
No
I've
llores.
known her for like a long time on the channel.
Oh,
Like
okay.
she's come like on live
Shout out
streams
to
for
Jessica.
years.
No, I was just playing, bro.
No, I know she's just been really visible, bro. That's all it was,
Okay.
man.
I
Yeah.
got you.
she lost the bet.
Let me get to El Caesar. El Caesar, break it down, man. I know you came on here. I know you needed to speak your piece about all this stuff, man. The
All
floor
this
is yours,
shit,
Caesar.
man.
No
Okay.
man, fuck Caesar. Caesar be talking that
Man,
shit.
fuck real talk.
Fucker.
Fuck them cowgirls.
Hey,
Nigga, real
real
I agree.
talk.
talk.
I
Yo,
agree.
okay,
Real
all
talk.
right.
Go eat a
Let me
three
go. Let me go.
musketeer.
Let me go. All right. So first off, I mean, man, yes, we do need that lick back. We do need that lick back with Bud Crawford, or we need the fight with the fat ass Benavidez up there with 175, or we need the Bivol rematch because you know why? We are when we say we're fans of Canelo, we are fans of champions. We're not fans of little crap. We're not Spence fans where we just with one loss we leave him to dust. We leave him in the orphanage. We're not those fans. We're not Tank fans where we let him do whatever the fuck he wants like a fucking clown that he is. We're not like that. We can be fans of Inui, of Usyk, even Crawford. We can be fans of Canelo and Crawford, of course. So that's why, yes, he does need that leg back, man, for his legacy. We do need a rematch and with better skill, whatever, however it happens, man. He needs a different, not only a different trainer, but he needs someone that can upgrade his fucking skills.
Should go
It
train
don't
with
matter if he
Bomac.
doesn't have legs. And so, I say Diaz, Bivol's coach. But either way, Canelo will. I think he does before he retires. He's gonna need a big fight, and he's gonna need that for his legacy, man. He can't go out like this. He can't let a little man go up to your house and take everything from your home, making you look like a clown. Like, no, you can't do that shit.
He's speaking facts right here.
He took all your belts. He took all
He
your
said take
belts.
everything from his home.
and
Wait, no,
you can't
he's
do that,
spitting
bro.
down. You let a little guy come in your
That
house,
nigga Crawford took
drink
his
your
horse and
Kool-Aid,
everything.
bust your wife's
Dog.
cheeks, do all this, slap your kids' books on the floor. No, you got to get that get back.
Nah,
Bro,
because you know,
and,
no,
and
hold up,
it's
no,
just
because what Crawford did to Charlo in front of his woman was mad disrespectful. You gonna
what
grab
he
your
do?
ball
What
Johnson in
what he
front of
do?
my wife? I don't know how Charlo didn't take that Crawford fight, bro.
No, and with Benavidez, he hasn't done shit either. We need to throw that shit at him. But if he wants a Canelo fight, fuck it. I say Canelo, go up to 175, show that fat fuck a diet, and give him that fucking spanking what
He's
he
gonna get
fucking
beat
needs,
up by
bro.
Benavidez, bro.
Nah, David needs
No,
to
you know
fight.
what? I
And
got a
Hey,
little bit of a hot
I'm
take.
gonna be as a Canelo
Hey,
fan,
real
bro. I'm
quick.
gonna be honest, bro.
go
He
ahead and
eat
think
a
that.
bowl of
No, go
arrow
ahead
for
and think.
breakfast in the morning.
You can go ahead and think that.
Nah, Nuke. I got a bit of a hot take.
Go ahead, real
You,
talk.
you know who?
Go
What
ahead,
trainer
real
I think
talk.
would be perfect for Canelo, even though he's a little fucking
Who's that?
bro. I think be a trainer for he was.
Hold on, you're in an electrical storm right now. Real talk. Say
Real
it again.
talk.
Real
I'm
talk.
saying
The Musketeers are hitting.
I think he's
Hey,
getting he.
hold on, you're in an
jab.
electrical storm. Real talk. Say it
I
again.
think real
This
talk is
time. Get
getting.
the hot dog out of your mouth, my brother. Go ahead. Say it.
He has
Not
clavos.
fucking with.
Bro,
Bro,
stop gargling the hot dog
Wi-Fi,
and
bro.
say it.
Hey, he's not taking a hot dog. He's taking a Three Musketeer. That's
Fuck.
what he said.
I'm
He's a
saying
Three
Freddie Roach is
Musketeer
a
guy.
great trainer.
Oh, Freddie Roach. That's what he said. That wouldn't be a bad move.
Use a double
You need
jab.
somebody that's going to bring a different dimension to what you do.
Because
True.
Real talk. Your Walmart internet is fucked up.
For real.
Oh, it's because he's fucking. He's at the fucking Dallas Cowboys stadium and the Wi-Fi's fucking up.
No. I like real talk, but the problem with real talk, look. I'm gonna just tell you this. The problem I have with Clavo, actually, it's not even real talk. The real issue I have with Clavo, and this is, I just need to say this because it's been on my mind real quick. And Clavo, if you're somewhere listening, I just want to say this, Clavo. Look, man, Clavo's the kind of dude that goes to the hot dog stand and sucks the hot dog before he eats it. Clavo, you disappoint me, bro.
Oh my God.
You disappoint me, bro.
Hey, Nuke.
Nuke,
Yeah.
you know why I said that? Because he said, I don't know if they were talking about Snickers or something, and in the comment he said on the chat, he said he's a Three Musketeer guy, and I'm like, oh, that sounds right. He lets three guys take out their musketeer and shoot, on Gabby Fandora's face.
Damn, man.
Hey, Nuke, in a fantasy fight, who would you have? Would you have if it was Ja Pataya versus Moses Atama, who would you have winning that fight?
Oh man, that's a tough fight. I mean, I would like Opataya to get it. I don't know, man. I mean,
Hey, you don't think Moses is? Because to me, when I watch, because the thing is, when I watch Jai, bro, I mean, I might be not seeing something, but it just looks like he's just someone that likes to go in there and just brawl, if that makes sense. Like, majority of his fights are in the pocket. Atama's already looking polished at 20 years old, bro. Like, he got good defense. He knows how to counter really well. And the thing that's unique about Moses is that he doesn't move like a heavyweight. He's real quick on his feet, with his body, with his hands. And that's why, I mean, right now, he's my favorite fighter because that dude's freaking good. But I also like Jai too. But I don't know. I think I'd honestly favor Moses because, I mean, that's his division too.
I might have to favor Moses because I know he's going to be able to land that massive shot. But then again, Jai has already had his jaw broke. He's able to stand up to a lot of big shots. So it's going to be really, really a great fight. I don't know, man. I don't know. That's a tough one right now.
And then what about Tio and Shakur?
I got Shakur winning the fight, but one thing I will say is, it's hard for me to see a guy that lost to George Kambosos beat Shakur Stevenson. For me, in my mind, it's hard for me to imagine that. But then again,
It's an
Teofimo
easy
has
fight for
surprised me with
Shakur.
the Lomachenko, with the Josh
Luke.
Taylor. So I will say, if Teofimo lands the right shot, he could put Shakur Stevenson to sleep.
Yeah, I know,
But
Nuke,
then again, you're also looking for a big shot, and it's going to be, and that favors Shakur Stevenson again. Like I don't.
Nuke,
It's hard to
And the
find.
thing
You need
about
the
that,
perfect game
Shakur's
plan.
gonna outbox him. He's gonna back up. He's gonna be on that back foot, sliding back, kind of like, I feel like he's gonna do what Bud, just cut in the ring. Probably just do. It's gonna be the fight like with what's his name? His last fight, Zepeda. If
Theo don't
Teofimo is
fight
gonna,
like Cepeda
no,
though,
well
bro.
he doesn't fight like him. But if Teo is gonna think he could try to just knock him out, like it's not gonna work, man.
With the Cambosa statement, Nuke, I would just say,
Yeah.
bro, like even when I was watching that fight, bro, like did that look like Teo to you?
No, it didn't. No.
Exactly. And then if you look at the
No.
facts, number one, I remember
He did
watching
have
the
an
lead up to
injury.
that
Teo
fight.
did
It looked
say he
like the
had an
dude had a
injury.
very short camp. And then not just that, but the medical issue that came out. Like I
That's
saw a
true.
bunch of YouTubers
That's
were
true.
talking about the dude could have died in the ring. Like you're gonna tell me after that fight, Teo goes on and he beats Josh Taylor, and then George Kambosos loses
No.
every single fight
I
after
agree
that.
with you. I agree with you, Kool-Aid man, on that. But then forget I even said that. I thought Sandor Martin beat him too, though. Like,
Yeah, no, but that's the thing that
so
I've noticed is
I
Teo
mean, am I
struggles
fucked up
against
with
people who
T.O.?
move.
Am I don't know if I don't know if I'm being honest about T.O. or not.
Bro, am I tripping? But online, bro, like I feel like Teo doesn't. To me, he's the most underrated and hated boxer for damn near no reason, bro.
Well, one of
No, it's
T.O.'s
because he's
biggest
No.
haters
retarded.
is on the panel, and
No.
that's Steel Mills.
Was still
Teofimo
Mills
is
not
a fucking
Barboza? Didn't you
clown.
think
No, it's
Well,
Barboza
the
was
because
thing
gonna
he's
get
about
his
it
retarded.
ass
is
beat,
because
bro?
fucking
He
he's
clown.
schooled
I
fighting
ain't
at
that
a
gonna
nigga,
level
fool
of
you.
bro.
his
He
competition.
schooled him. But nah,
Teofimo fights to
even
the level
Teo,
of his
bro.
competition instead of completely outclassing them, and
Yeah,
that's where he gets a lot of his
Teofimo.
criticism from.
We could have had this
From
fight a
what? I didn't hear
long
you.
time ago. We could have had a
I'm
Shakur
saying that.
Teo fight a long time ago.
I can't hear you, bro.
Hold on, let Park Street go. Let Park Street go.
Oh yeah. So what I was saying was he fights down to the level of his competition instead of completely outclassing these guys. Except for his last fight, because his last fight he completely outclassed that nigga. So I give him credit where it's due.
Hold on. I want Mills to answer for his hate for Teofimo. Go ahead, Mills.
I don't like the racist shit, dog. I don't. The dude is an incredible fighter, but Teofimo is always gonna be someone that I'm gonna root against. Him,
Hey,
Ryan
Mills,
Garcia. That's
Mills,
just what it
Mills.
is. But you
No,
also got to take in.
I'll give you
Hey,
another
no.
point,
Hey,
Mills.
Mills.
There's nothing
So
wrong
let
with
me ask
that.
you a question. Did your love for Crawford stop when he told Benavidez, "I'm gonna beat the burritos out you"?
No, but the thing is that happened up here in the city at his gym, and I was never a fan of that. But you also got to remember something. I'm not Mexican, so that
He
when
beat
he
the
said,
burrito out of him.
Yeah, true.
listen. When he said that, y'all are supposed to feel some type of way about that. Just like y'all not supposed to feel a type of
I
way about
didn't.
Teofimo Lopez sending bananas to Keyshawn Davis's room. Y'all not supposed that because that's not something that that's not something that
That
triggers
affects their
y'all. That's not.
culture.
But bro,
Yeah,
Mills,
that
I
speaks
don't
to
I
us.
don't judge.
So
I don't have favorite fighters for who they are outside the ring, bro. I like
I
people
do.
who are in the ring and people who like to chase
Nah,
big
but
challenges. I
no,
Well,
don't,
that's no.
no.
bro.
Whoa, whoa,
Because
whoa,
Mills,
whoa,
we're
whoa, whoa.
supposed to be
That's cat.
objective on this
Hold on,
panel. We're
hold on,
supposed
hold
to be
on.
No, you can
honest,
do.
Because
right?
Hold on, hold on.
motherfucker
You can be. You
supporting
can.
This
touching
is your
children,
turn.
You can
and you
be
still support him,
objective.
that makes you a weirdo.
You can be objective. When you look at the Arnold
Hey, what
Barboza
the
fight,
fuck?
Teofimo has shown signs of vulnerabilities of dudes who have, who are mobile. They can punch on the go. That's
That's
Arnold
true.
Barboza's style. So when you look
Yeah.
at his fight with Jermaine Ortiz, that
Yeah.
gave credence
Sandor
to the notion
Martin.
that Arnold Barboza may have been able to go in there and do something with it because he's been in there. I won't say with the better opposition, but with good enough opposition to where he could have put. It gave me enough faith in him that he can go in there and get the job done. I'm not
Yeah.
knocking Teofimo's skill as a fighter, but
Do you guys think Theo should
I'm
have
going
fought
to.
Devin Haney though?
No,
Like he, because
because
At this point, if he fights Shakur, he should have fought Devin Haney. But if he fights Shakur Stevenson,
You talking to
I
me?
have no
What
issue.
what
Whatever he.
what hold on. We got the chat coming at you a little bit here still. I mean, Mexican
Oh,
boxing number one. I don't know if that's showing that he's biased, but he said this
oh
guy is
my god,
biased.
that
And
guy
then my
Are you
brother
anybody
Who,
that
Mike
talking
me?
to
shows
Trey.
me or
biases.
no?
Hold on, and then my brother. No, they're talking to Steele. My brother Mike Trey said
Oh,
Bud
okay.
said racist tough two Steels. It goes both ways, my brother.
I
Yeah,
didn't
I
say that
don't
he
No,
It
care,
didn't.
goes
bro.
I
both
didn't
ways
say
Bro,
that
like
he
I
real
don't
talk
didn't.
on
care
a
about that
Saturday.
stuff.
let me say this.
I
Look,
did.
this is what I don't like about Tio.
real talk,
It's
shut
not
up,
the
nigga.
racist stuff. I don't mind the
If he
racist stuff.
fought before Haney, then
Nah,
Shakur, I
fuck
think
all
more
that.
people
No,
would have
no, no,
given
look,
him a
I don't
chance.
mind the racist stuff if it's genuine. If that's really who you are, all right, bro. That's who
That's
you are. But
another
the thing
thing
about
too,
Tio is
bro.
Yeah, but
Tio's
real talk, you're a
fake,
bitch,
bro.
man.
Tio's
Nah.
fake. That's not really who he is, bro. He's doing that shit because Ryan was doing that shit, bro. That's why Tio
Wait a
gets so
minute,
much
wait a
hate.
minute, real talk. Hold on, wait a minute, real talk. So he's doing that because Ryan was doing it, and it got Tiafimo absolutely nowhere.
Exactly. That's
Mm-hmm.
why he's retarded because he's doing all this shit that other people are doing, and you're
Mm-hmm.
literally getting nowhere with it because it's not real. That's not genuinely
Who
who you
cares
are.
though? You gotta
People
fight,
real
and he's not
recognize real,
fight.
bro.
He's not fighting. He should be fighting.
And
He never
Tio's
did.
being a fake
I don't know. I'd have
motherfucker.
to
That's why he
disagree,
don't get no
bro.
Instead of
traction.
talking shit in the internet, he should be fighting. That's
Should be
all. Like,
fighting.
stop
He should
talking
be
on the
fighting.
internet, and that's it. Stop
Exactly.
talking
Yeah, I
shit.
don't
Like,
know
be
what
And
real
Can
he
I?
talk.
Can I?
does, bro. He fought Loma and Josh Taylor. Like,
Yeah,
what the hell?
let
And then
Mills
he fought
answer that question.
Barboza, who was
Go ahead,
already
That
Mills.
was like
Go ahead,
5
Mills.
years
No,
ago.
I want to talk to Mike Trades, man. I never said that he didn't say that. I wasn't a fan of him saying that shit to Benavidez, but
I
that
didn't really
comment
care,
isn't gonna.
bro.
That you should have though, because that's a disrespectful comment to you when you. Hold up, whoa. Who
Hey,
said
but
that you
he
don't
did
care?
beat the burrito out of
You
him. He did beat the
no,
beans
but
out of him.
dude, when he
I
got to
don't
talking
care.
that fried chicken shit,
Yeah,
that
but
shit
that's
triggered
just
me.
funny, bro. Like, who
It's
It's
cares?
not.
funny, but
It's
look,
not.
Don't
literally,
get
It's
so
bro.
it's
If
fucking
not.
Ben,
It's
hey,
not. I'm
look,
sensitive
not.
over shit
if
like
Look,
It's
that.
not.
look,
Benavidez
this
fights
is one of my
Ryan,
things.
Ryan is
It's
gonna
not.
beat the beans off him too.
No. I mean, y'all can think that's funny that y'all get down. I'm not going for that shit. You dig?
Didn't
And I don't think.
Devanini
Look,
say?
Hey,
Devanini said something about Loma as well. Like he'll never lose to a
and that
knockout.
was fucked up.
Yeah,
And I
yeah,
said something about that.
yeah.
I
Mills,
said
I,
something
I
about
agree
that.
with
Look,
you.
look,
Like,
this is my thing, guys. Again, and shout out to you, IBFP. We're not supposed to be like these other boxing channels where we bring our feelings into the sport. We're supposed to be objective. We're supposed to, give the fans the facts, and we're not supposed to bring our feelings into the sport. So
Nah, fuck that.
I can say, well, no, that is true. It does make it entertaining, bro. But no, you can say, like, hey, this dude's good. He's talented. He's one of the best, but fuck him. You can say that, but you can't say, oh, this dude's trash just because you don't like him. That's
No,
not
I
giving
can't
your
When
agree
have
with
I
feelings.
that,
said
bro. I
that
can't
no,
though?
agree
no
with
one
that
When
said
have
because
I
that.
when
said
Alicia
that?
Baumgartner's fighting, my dick gets hard, bro. I can't agree with that.
God, Ray.
When
Bro,
when did I ever
Oh,
say that
man.
though?
Real talk.
Hey, yo, Kool Aid man, when did I ever say that? And King KO, when did I say that? Like, when did
would
I?
you say what?
You said you don't, bring your feelings. You don't get to discredit a fighter because you bringing your feelings into it. I didn't discredit Teofimo. I've always said he's a talented fighter.
Well,
But
IBFP told him you didn't like him. That's it. So I guess
I
you
don't
probably
like him.
got
I
some
don't
hate.
like him. But I think you're also missing the fact that I said because of the style matchup.
No,
That's why.
yeah. I understand.
Okay.
I give Barboza the edge too. IBFP just said you didn't like Tio, and then he said why. So I thought that you probably in the past. I felt like you were picking a Barboza against Tio just because you didn't like Tio. That's it. But I give
I'm gonna
Barboza
pick
the edge
every
too.
time against Teo. If Teofimo Lopez pulls up in a way, no, if he pulls up goddamn Stephen Fulton, I'm rooting for Stephen Fulton, dog. Like that's
No,
just a
but no,
fact.
I
I'm
understand
always
that.
gonna
But
root
you
against
can
the
give
dude.
an
He's a talented
unbiased
fighter though.
take of who you think is
Wait
going
a
to
minute.
win, though.
Wait a minute. Here's the real test. If Tiafimo and Ryan Garcia fight, who you got?
Fuck them both.
I got Tio. I got Tio. I'll take Tio.
Look, and that's
Teo will
another thing
beat the
too.
shit
Like
out
I
of Ryan
like
Garcia.
Ryan Garcia, but I can also say like the dude hasn't done anything with his career, and I don't think he ever is because I just don't think he's interested
Yeah, but a lot
in
of people,
sport.
I'm jumping on him when he beat
Cool,
Devin,
Ryan.
even though that Devin defeated whatever.
Bro, it
But
gets
And
me
look,
pissed
hold on.
off
No,
when
fuck this.
people.
No, I got too much. I'm tired of people talking about the
Oh
pits.
hell
I don't
no,
care if Alicia Baumgartner does pits. She get a pass in my book.
Bro,
Yeah,
listen.
bro. She's
Hey,
man.
sexy as
That
She
fuck.
hey,
She
get a
gets a
pass in
pass.
my book.
girl's
hey,
a
women's
goddess.
boxing got to get exciting somehow, bro.
Bro,
For
have you
real.
seen
That
those legs? Of course she gets a
that
pass.
girl is a goddess, man. Like just imagine when she stopped training and she ain't got to worry about
Oh
cutting that
my
weight
god.
And
and that
Mills,
food that she
Mills, you
eating
leave
can
your
go
wife for
into the
her?
Bro,
proper.
and
Oh
it
my
starts
lord.
going all the right
Oh my
places.
lord.
Mills, you leave your
Oh,
wife for her?
oh my. Nah, man. I'm not
Hey,
You
really
Steels,
can't
leaving
you
my
do
know what
that,
wife.
they
Edgar,
say.
man. You can't do
Steels, you know
that,
what they
bro.
say.
Bro,
Older the
I don't
berry,
know,
the sweeter
Mills.
the
There
juice.
was some hesitation in that voice.
No, I'm not leaving my wife. I feel like I felt the same way about Aaliyah. You dig? Had Aaliyah got to
And
grown
you
into
would
like
take
her
the
mid
pass, though. You would
30s.
take it. You would take it if it was there.
Man, come on, man, with the bullshit, man.
Hey, Mills. Mills,
Hold
Mills,
on,
you know what
Edgar,
they say, bro.
hold
The
on,
older the
Edgar,
berry, the sweeter the juice.
hold on, Edgar. If his
Man, it's
wife
blacker
is
the
sitting
berry.
there,
You know what I'm
hold on, Edgar,
saying?
My bad, my bad.
hold on, Edgar. If his wife is sitting there, then Mill's gonna be sweating like a whore in church answering that question.
You know what I'm saying?
Nah, she out. She out and about right now, man. But
That's the
nah,
only
man.
reason he's speaking with his chest. That
Exactly.
motherfucker be looking over his shoulder trying to answer that shit.
Facts, man. I swear, I wouldn't have dared say that while she was here. But hey, now that she ain't here, Wait till she ain't got to cut that weight no more. Wait
You
till
know
she
what
ain't
I'm
got to
saying,
cut that weight
bro?
no more.
Bro,
Oh
that.
my
Oh my
God.
god.
She is so fucking cold, dude.
Oh man.
Yeah, that's a
I
beautiful
feel the
woman. I
same
had
way,
that
man.
woman
I
as
feel
my
the same way.
wallpaper
Just
for
so
a
we're on the
year.
same page.
Look, man,
Yes.
I don't even care about no
Hey,
pit.
look at my boy Coach Mills over there, all in the bliss. I see you, Coach Mills, out there going and glistening with your
Wasn't
fatherhood
steroids
and
used
your
for like a
Yeah.
dick or
husbandhood
something though?
out here, Coach
Yeah.
Mills.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
It's
I ain't no coach, but you know, yeah.
Coach doing that shit one arm. Look at him.
Hey,
hey,
Hold
listen,
on, hold
Coach,
on,
I
hold
bet
on,
you
man.
would have had a better game.
I got
Hey,
four
Coach
of them,
Mills, I
man.
bet you would have had a better game plan against Bud than Reynoso.
Yes, he
Come
would
on,
have.
man.
King KO says Mill's gonna be sleeping on that couch when his wife find out.
hey,
You
I
know
heard
what I'm
that when
saying?
girls take steroids, they like get a dick or something like that.
Yeah, man. And look, man, we're gonna be back. We're probably gonna be back tomorrow. We'll see. But we're
Yeah.
about to get out of here. I appreciate everybody jumping on.
For
And
sure.
as far
Salute,
as
y'all.
For
Clavo
sure.
Clavo, go ahead and go suck on another hot dog, bitch. We're out.
Hey,
Later.
IBF he squeezes his acreage